nice. Very funny. Let's get on with it, shall we?
Yeah. That's just a rumor, you understand.
Yeah. You look good. That's a nice sweater. You look
Thank you very much. Make company, $39.
No, good. Now, did you really, you were talking about selling things door to door. Did you ever do that?
One time I sold encyclopedias, door to door, and the first day on the job, like the third house I knock on, I find out later this is like the goofy woman of the neighborhood, right? And I don't know this. And she opens the door. I don't get to say a word of my pitch. She just starts yelling, "Get the hell out of here! Get away from here, I'll kill you! Get away from my door, I'll kill you! I don't know what I'm going to do with my life!" So I said, well, maybe you could become a receptionist.
Well, it's that time of year. You getting close to making some New Year's resolutions?
Yeah, I've resolved just to buy brand names.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Nice to see you. How are you, sir? Thanks for being here.
You like my HBO special, man?
Does this mean I'll have less time?
No, I just running out to, because I heard you did a joke. I want to mess your mind up.
Goodbye.
Dave, nice to see you. Thanks to see you. Take care, Eddie. A lot of money. A lot of money. We'll do a commercial, and then we'll be right back. Well, that was nice. Wasn't that nice? Thank you, Paul. Thank you very much, folks, and welcome back to our show. It's a pleasure to welcome my first guest to this program. Actually, my second guest to this program. The man with the toys was number 1. This will be number 2. He is currently starring in a film called Beverly Hills Cop. Please welcome Eddie Murphy. Eddie. Nice to see you, sir. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. The folks very excited about you.
Why?
Well, they heard you were going to be here, and they know you, and they love you, and they thought it'd be You came in town to do Saturday Night Live over the weekend?
I live right in New Jersey. So
yeah.
Right over the
now, have you lived there all your life?
No, I grew up in Roosevelt, Long Island.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't grow up in no Roosevelt.
And why did you select New Jersey?
Because I wanted to be close to my mother, but I wanted to be far from Roosevelt. I got kind of like it's not too far away and not too close. Yeah. It's perfect.
Now, at some point when you started out doing comedy, your mom was probably thinking, well, I guess it's better than him being in trouble with the law.
She still says that. Yeah. The stuff that I do is controversial, so.
But what does she think of this unbelievable success?
She's happy for me. Most parents are happy for their children when they're successful. It's not like, oh, shame on my boy. He made something of himself, and I can't live with that. She's happy for me. Because I was real bad in school, so if things didn't work out here.
How were you bad? Explain that.
I just didn't go to class. So I used to. So it'd be like, can you pull the car up so we can get all the soap on it? If I didn't.
You want the hot wax, that kind of thing?
Because I was real bad in school.
But Eddie, the kind of success that you've had in a very short period of time is the kind of thing that I never remember this happening to anybody before. So I'm just thinking that your mom, doesn't she have to walk around and sit down every few minutes and think, oh my God, this is just unbelievable?
I guess she does. Let's get Mom out here. No,
is Mom here?
No, she's home. Yeah. And she's up in my house in New Jersey.
Yeah.
You just can't shake Mom. I left Roosevelt. No, I asked her to come up to the house and spend some time with me. She's up at the house in Jersey.
Now, are you going to, now that you're going to move to Hollywood and leave Mom behind?
No. My mother's moving to Jersey. So she can be close to me. She's moving out to New Jersey, and I'm staying. We're going to be Jersey people now.
So. How was it Saturday night, being back there?
It was scary because I hadn't done it in so long, and I was a little nervous. But the show came out okay. It wasn't. I mean, you watch the show. Sometimes it's okay, and last Saturday was okay. It didn't suck like it does sometimes. But, no, because can you say suck?
Yeah, you know, you can say anything you want. You can say anything you want.
It didn't. That's what's going to come out. It was okay.
But now, why were you nervous? What was the...
Because I hadn't done it in so long, and... You
mean you haven't done working on live TV before in a while?
Yeah, and plus everybody expected the show to be fantastic when when I hosted, like, oh, we're gonna see all those old characters, and it was just okay. So I was nervous, but it was pretty. It was a couple of funny things in the show.
Well, I think you're probably being hard on yourself.
I always am.
Yeah. Are you really?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, when you go see a film like Beverly Hills Cop, are there things that you look at in there that make you kind of...
Now I don't. Now if I go see 48 Hours now, I'll sit there and I'll go, ooh, how can I... Because there you see growth now. When I go see Beverly Hills Cop, it looks fine to me, but 3 years from now, I'll probably go and see that and say, how can I do it?
Yeah.
I'm nervous now. You know why? 2 years ago, when this was... How long have you been on? 3 years? 3 years? This is like, to me, like the hippest show on television. Right? And the reason I never came on was because, you know those Hollywood rumors? I got a rumor that they said, you know, David Letterman doesn't like you. And I was crushed. I was like, David Letterman, that's why I never came on the show before, because I thought you didn't. Do you like me?
Well, yeah. Well, you know the deal of it was you became such an unbelievable star in such a short period of time that there is a group of people that you would love to have on the show, but you know there's no way in hell they'll show up. And you were in that group. No, we just figured, yeah, well, save your time. Don't waste a phone call.
Me and David stroking each other. Well, your show is so wonderful.
Eddie, we have a little gift for you. We'd like you to take this blimp back to New Jersey, or this is a remote-controlled blimp that the guy from Hemmicker Schlemmer won't turn loose of. Here, why don't you send that out into the audience? I'll untether it here.
Oh!
Now this is up and down. There you go.
What's down? What's down? What's down?
This is down. You push it up and it comes down.
Whose is this?
Man from Hemmicker Schlemmer. It's about $500.
Really?
Yeah.
Is this one for sale?
This one, I think, yeah, this probably is for sale. I'm sure you get a sizable discount for this one.
Because it's used.
Yeah. All right, you figure that out. We'll do a commercial, and then we'll come back more with Eddie Murphy here. Eddie Murphy is here. Tell me about your, we got the blimp stuck, by the way.
Yeah, I see.
Tell me about your music career. You've done one album, right, that has not been released? You've done two?
But they were comedy. And I'm working on a music album now. You know, what happens is after a while, you start, I guess your ego goes nuts and you say like, I can do anything. And you go, like, I'm in the studio now recording a music album, and you have people that work for you, and they're on the payroll, so they start saying, you can do anything. So I'm in the studio recording the album, and I don't even know how great it is, because, like, I'm in there singing, I'm like, ah, go, how it sound? Yeah. They say, oh, it sounds wonderful, Ed. You're a genius. Is my check ready? So, like, I'm working on, I don't know how the album sounds. The way I figure it is if it doesn't sound good, the most I'll do is get another 5 minutes in my stand-up routine because I can talk about the album next year.
Good experience. Yeah. Now, but is this the one that you worked on with Rick James, or is that?
We just did one song with Rick called Party All the Time.
Yeah.
And what happened was I was just going to do a 45, And Party All the Time came out real good. That's because I was working with Rick. It came out real nice. And I tinker around. I got a music room in my house with little 4-track recorder, and I made little demos and stuff, and it sounded okay. So we got this stuff together, and we decided to just do a whole album and just try it.
Yeah, give it a shot. Well, I'm sure it's going to do very well.
We hope so. It either.
What kind of music is it?
It's R&B, a little pop, a little. It's dance music and easy listening kind of stuff. Yeah. Look, y'all gonna freak when you hear it because it doesn't sound like me. And I tell you, it'd either be very good, or because it'd be very funny. So, and because I'm a comic, I don't mind it coming out funny. I can't lose. Yeah.
So. And are you working on another film now, or are you not filming for a while?
No, I was going to do. We were supposed to do a concert movie, and we don't know what we're going to do now. We're just like up in the air. So.
How do you go about picking your films? Because of the 3 that you've been one of the principals in, they've all done unbelievably well. I mean, at least it looks like Beverly Hills Cop is doing record-breaking business already. It's only been out a week or so, right? But how do you pick these out? How do you know that this is going to be okay?
I trust my feelings. The only movie I've had a bad feeling about when picking up the script was Best Defense. Before I even opened it up, it was like. And I opened the script up and read it, and I felt bad, but they had a check that like I had never seen before. And my morals and principles went right out the window.
Yeah.
And my career almost went out with it too. But
that was a small part. You were just barely in the film,
right? Paramount was like, look, Eddie, we're not going to advertise much with you. It's a Dudley Moore film. Next thing you know, Eddie Murphy, Best Defense. And I'm standing there like this. Yeah. So that's what happened.
You tell us how big the check was.
It was big. It was more money than I had been paid to do 48 Hours and Trading Places combined to do Best Defense.
Ooh, my.
That's how much money it was. So that's how I freaked, man.
Now how about Beverly Hills Cop? Because this you weren't originally considered for this thing, were you? It was somebody else.
It was Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah. Now, so how do you get into that? And to me, like this is going to happen. Like this is going to happen. Somebody says, well, you know, Sylvester Stallone was going to do it, but now you can do it. I'd think to myself, oh, geez, what do I want to do a Sylvester Stallone film?
They had originally the script for Beverly. Well, I wasn't the first choice for. 48 Hours, yeah, I was like choice number 5. 48 Hours, they were like, first they wanted, I think, Howard Rollins, then they wanted Gregory Hines, and I mean, I was like after Jimmy Walker on the list. Really, it was like, Jimmy won't do it? Well, let's get Eddie Murphy. That's what happened, and with Beverly Hills Cop, it was an action comedy at first.
Right.
And Stallone got it, and Stallone rewrote it, and it became more action. And the producers wanted to do an action comedy. And Stallone was like, well, I don't want to do the film then. And they had already set up pre-production and everything, so it was like, well, Eddie Murphy's pretty much a shell now, because Best Defense just came out, and he's just wandering around. Because I was like, happy to get the part.
Yeah. So you mean you were affected by the role in Best Defense? You weren't?
I was affected emotionally. I was upset.
Yeah.
I felt like.
Well, you learned something there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next time you see a check, go. Don't just take it because the script is. If the script ain't good, I don't think I'd do another movie just for money anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like. Well, unless it's like a tremendous amount. Because people, you can't get mad at a guy for that. Like,
well, no, I think they'd understand more if you told them the exact amount.
It was a lot of money.
A lot of dough.
It was a lot of money to do that part for, like, the time that I spent doing it.
It was like a weekend or something, right?
It was
a motel in New Jersey or something?
Yeah, no, it was like I worked 3 months on 48 Hours and 3 months on Trading Places. And this was like more money to work a week on another movie. So it was like, Hollywood goes nuts. If you do a good movie, well, think about it. There are guys who do like 1, 2 good movies and don't do another good movie for like 10 movies and still get, Hollywood is crazy. They just keep shoveling, and you can't blame people for saying, that's a big check. So,
you know, Martin Mull, I think, had the best line about this kind of thing. He said, show business is like high school with money. That's pretty much it, if you think about it. But you know, did you feel a lot of pressure doing Beverly Hills Cop? Because this was really your movie, this one, huh?
No, I had fun doing Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah.
As much fun as you have while doing a film.
Yeah. But did you worry about this one being as successful as the earlier two that you were in with the...
I had a very good vibe. I vibe off things real good, and I had a very good vibe going into Beverly Hills Cop. So I didn't worry about it.
Yeah. So what are you going to do for fun? What do you have a little time off, so what do you do? You're going to spend some of this money? What are you doing with your money?
Johnny Carson asked me that. It's a strange question. I don't know. What do you do with your money? You got more money than me. Letterman got more money than me.
This thing up here. But what do you do for fun? Do you like to travel? Do you go? What do you do?
The same things everybody else does. I go to the movies and I hang out.
You can't go to a movie now.
Yes, you can go to a movie.
But don't people just jump all over you and steal your wallet and stuff?
People go, "Hey, Eddie," and you say, "How you doing?" and you go to movies. I don't mind saying hi.
So it's no big deal. Yeah.
Entertainers, I think a lot of people bring that on themselves. You know, like where you can't go places. Like I dress normally so I can go places. If I had on a glitter glove and a glitter suit, I couldn't go to the movie. You get noticed if you go somewhere.
Gee, Eddie, I'm really happy you could come by. I know that you're probably, well, you're just on your way home to New Jersey, aren't you?
Yeah,
I was thinking you're going back to
15 minutes. I drove over. Right. We hopped in a little car and hopped over here.
Well, I really appreciate you coming by.
You don't have a clip of the movie or nothing?
Do we have Mr. Murphy would like to see a clip of
Is the show over? I know what you could do. Roll a clip while the credits are going and don't have no sound. Just have, like, just roll the credits over the clip.
We'll do what now? We'll go to a commercial and then we'll do your clip in the next segment. All right, that's what we'll do. We'll be back. We didn't want Eddie to get out of here before we had a chance to take a look at one of his clips from the film. So, do you know what we're going to see here, Eddie?
It's a hotel scene where I'm trying to check into this hotel and I can't get in.
You know, why are we showing this? This movie needs a plug.
I don't think...
$80 billion worth of business. The first weekend was like the highest grossing weekend for a non-summer release film. All right. They're proud of that. They like that.
You know, when you do shows,
let's show. Here it is. This is the the hotel scene from Beverly Hills Cop with Eddie Murphy. Very nice. Eddie, again, thank you for your time. Nice to see you. Continued success. We're done. We'll be back. Good look. I like that. I want to thank everybody who was... Yeah.
Clean it up, clean it up, clean it up.
I want to thank...
Actually, this is about right.
I want to thank John Lowe. Edie McClurg will be here tomorrow night. And again, my thanks to Eddie Murphy. Also, George Wallace will be here. And Fran Lebowitz, Mel Tillis also. Good night, folks. Thank you very much. Now, I mentioned earlier about the big phone-in to leave us a message. I have to add this one thing. Each call will cost you 50 cents. Even if you don't reach the answering machine, it'll cost you 50 cents. NBC's portion of the proceeds will be donated to charity. I had to say this. We had to say that. Why do we have to say this exactly? It's true, though, isn't it? Goes to a charity, doesn't it? Yes. How much money do they get? A huge sum of money, don't they? $100,000, $200,000 from this little gimmick here goes to charity. So, in your heart, think about it and then call us. Ronnie and I just have one thing to say. More James Brown. My first guest tonight, ladies and gentlemen, will be hosting the second annual MTV Awards on September 13th. That takes place. He also has a brand new album out, which I have right here. It's entitled How Could It Be? Not only an album, he also has a single right here entitled Party All the Time. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Eddie Murphy. Eddie. Good to see you. Thanks for being here, Eddie. Good-looking guy. You're a good-looking guy.
That's not out yet. It won't be out for 3 weeks.
How Could It Be is the real album, the big album.
It's an album.
Yeah.
It's music. It's not comedy.
No comedy on it?
Audience are like this. What? It's not comedy. It's no comedy at all.
What kind of music?
Real music.
Yeah.
Serious music.
This was produced by
Rick James.
Rick James.
Produced, written, and arranged by this song. This is the first song they're releasing called Party All the Time.
Party All the Time.
But it's music. Yep.
Now this is only one song on here, right?
That's a giant 45. It's called.
Yeah. Now what does that go for?
$5.
And you get one song on each side.
One long song. This song is like...
One side's the instrumental and the other side's the vocal.
5 minutes and 18 seconds long.
Yeah.
It's about $1 a minute you get. You see like 5 cents, 11 cents.
Now, do you play any instruments or you just sing?
I play a little tiny bit of piano. This album was put out because I've always wanted to sing, and I guess I figured to put it out now, so if it didn't work, I could do jokes about it next year. So. But we're confident that it's going to be hot.
Are you confident? Now, did you like what you heard? Did you like the finished product? Did you?
Of course, I have a biased opinion because I worked on it for a year. Y'all have to be the judge of it. I like it. Okay, even if you're sitting there and go, this is terrible, you know, I'm sitting home going, I like it. I like the album. Stevie Wonder wrote 2 songs on the album. Rick James wrote one. And a guy named Rusty Hamilton wrote one, and I wrote, and the music and the lyrics were like 4 of the songs on the album. Y'all gonna be shocked. Y'all gonna sit there going, he's a monster. How could he do this?
Now, did you enjoy this more than comedy? That can't possibly be, can it?
No, I'm always gonna. It's not like I'm gonna stop doing comedy and be this singer all of a sudden. I always do comedy, and I'll never do serious movies and stuff. I just wanted to sing. You know, sometimes you just say, I feel like singing. And you sing, and I'm singing like on the record. We recorded it.
What was Rick James like? Now, are you friends with Rick James?
Rick's
you knew him from before he started the record?
Yes.
Now, what's it like? What kind of a life does this man lead these days?
Rick's a wild guy.
Yeah.
He's everything you would think he would be and more.
A lot of honeys?
They was trying to talk Negro just now. So I suppose around Rick there are lots of honeys and super cool chicks. There are lots of honeys.
Now you went up to, he lives in Buffalo?
Yes.
Is that right? He has a studio up there?
He's a studio in his basement.
Yeah. How long did you spend up there?
I spent, we got snowed in. So this was last winter we were working on the album. I spent like a week up with Rick James in his place.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I hope it works out really well for you.
Yeah.
All right. Now, speaking of music, you're hosting the big MTV Awards.
Yes.
Yeah. That exciting for you?
Yeah, I'm looking. Those I don't usually like award shows, but this is like fun because it's music. I don't like the Academy Awards. I mean, I'm not saying I
you don't
would
like
to
the
win
Academy
one.
Awards.
I ain't saying I wouldn't like to win one. I'm saying I don't like to be there. I would win and say, excepting Freddie, you know. But I like music award shows because you get to see bands, you see shows and stuff like that.
Yeah. Now, will you be eligible for one of these awards? Do you have anything? I guess not.
An MTV award?
Yeah,
Not yet.
Not yet. Now, are you going to make a video?
Yes, we're doing a video next week. Rick and I are shooting a video for that song Party All the Time.
So it will be you and Rick in the video?
Yes.
Yeah. And so it will be eligible for the awards next year?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, would that be exciting for you to win one of those?
Yes.
Now, did I read something this morning that you said that the awards weren't that big a deal?
I never said anything like that. Where'd you read that at?
Newspaper? Did we read that in the newspaper? There's a battery of attorneys over here.
What paper did you read it in? The Post? I never said that.
You still living in New Jersey?
I'm moving from one part of Jersey to another part. I bought a house about 2 miles away.
Yeah. Well, that's good. You like staying over there.
I like
Now,
Jersey.
is it true that at one point a guy came to your door with a script under his arm?
Yes.
One of your neighbors had written a script?
They come to the door with everything in Jersey. They came with a script. The script wasn't that, Bob, what was the name of that script? Dust to Dust. Dust to Dust, and turned out to be okay. And
Dust to Dust? A neighbor had written it?
Yeah.
A guy, a man, or a woman you knew?
I have no idea. It was somebody just gave me a script and I read it. Now I'm gonna have everybody like this. Hey, I wrote something. But I read the script. It was a good script, and
is there a chance it'll get made?
It's a chance that it's not good for me, but it's like this. It's a funny movie.
Good for maybe your next door neighbor.
Yeah. Hey, I want to be in Dust to Dust.
Well, that'd be quite a story, though, if a guy from the neighborhood gets to you and gets the film produced.
That'd be something.
Yeah, it'd be exciting. We're going to do a commercial here, and then we'll be back with Mr. Eddie Murphy right after this, folks. Eddie Murphy is here. Now, you mentioned you moved to another section of New Jersey.
Yeah.
You think you'll ever move to California, Los Angeles, something like that? Hollywood?
No.
Why not?
Because I'm an extremist, and there's so much of everything out there that I'd probably die if I moved to L.A.
Really?
Yes.
You would go out there and project for us what might happen to you?
A lot of
specifically, I know.
It's a party town. Put it like
too much party.
Too much party could kill you.
Yeah.
Especially in the '80s.
Yeah. You go to a lot of parties?
Not as much as I used to.
You go to a lot of parties in New Jersey?
There aren't many parties in New Jersey. They're not. It's a place where it's a garden state. You live there. It's quiet. It's not a party place.
But California is could be trouble. Show business in California, Martin Mull, I think, and I keep saying this over and over, had the best line to describe show business in California. It's like high school with money.
That's good.
Yeah, pretty much it. Now, what about Indiana? You were making fun of Indiana.
He's from Indiana.
I'm from Indiana.
Did you know he was from Indiana?
Yeah, we know that. Now, have you ever been
Do you know that Michael Jackson is from Indiana?
Gary, Indiana.
Did you all know each other coming up?
Yeah, we had a paper route together.
Who would have thought that y'all was from the same town?
Now, have you ever been to Indiana?
Never, ever.
Oh, that's a great place.
I bet it is.
Now, tell me about the movie. Are you under a lot of pressure to do another movie? Because all I read about is Eddie's rejecting scripts, Eddie's accepting scripts, he's looking at scripts.
I'm afraid to see, the scariest thing I've ever done in my career was a movie called Best Defense. Because it was really, really bad. Really bad. And everything was going so good right before I did it. Then all of a sudden it looked like everything was going to stop. And I'm just afraid, after Cop, I'm afraid to just do anything and have people going, that's it, it's over, it's no more. He's terrible, he sucks. I don't want. Can you say sucks on your television?
Yeah, on this show you can, sure. Yeah, but you know, that's interesting, but because Beverly Hills Cop was the most successful motion picture, what, of all time? Something unbelievable like that?
No.
It's in the top 5 all-time grossers.
Which one is it, Bob? Top 8. Is it 8? Why don't you just say 8, the 8th instead of the top 8 to have people going, which one is it? It's the 8th. It's the 8th.
Yeah, Bob, we really don't have time to guess which number it is, okay? What the hell is Bob?
Bob's my manager.
Bob,
hey,
nice
Bob, you've never been on TV.
That's
come
all right, let's
here.
keep it that way.
Bob, come here.
No, stay over there,
Bob, come here.
Bob.
Wax, come here. Bob, just come say hi. That's my manager, Bob Wax. Bob. That's Bob.
Do me a favor, button it up, Bob, will you?
I'd be sweating, boy. You see all that sweat?
He didn't come over here, did he? No, sir.
He said his name is Nathan. Shh.
So anyway, what I'm saying is you could still have a huge hit and not be as successful as Beverly Hills Cop. Now, that wouldn't bother you. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the first one. Yeah.
I don't think, like, I don't know, you never know what a movie's going to do, but that movie's a freak cop for people to go out and, thank you for going out and seeing it, but not many movies do that, you know?
So are you spending a lot of time trying to figure out a way to make the next one as successful, or are you trying to use your instincts?
I just want the next one to be entertaining.
Yeah.
I don't want it to look like I got all these scripts out of any place and just read them and just jumped on something to do a movie.
Have you seen something you like pretty well?
There's a movie called Golden Child that we're going to do. We can't find a director because we're having problems with directors now because it's real interesting. It's
Let Bob direct it.
Bob would sweat. No, it's like, it's real strange. It's like before you get successful as an actor, it's like no one wants to really work with you because they don't really know who you are.
Right.
Then you get successful. Now I'm in a position it's like a director's kind of pull back because if the movie's a success, they go, Eddie Murphy's at it again.
That's right.
And if the movie goes in the toilet, they go, the director's horrible.
Absolutely.
So it's like you can't win, so it's hard to find a good director, and we can't find a good director, but we're looking. But you'll see something by next Christmas, probably.
Oh, that's great.
Golden Child, it's a good movie. When it comes out, run to the theater to see it, because it's a good one. I got to talk about these people. I'm hosting the MTV Awards
Eddie,
September 13th.
is this a plug, please?
This is a plug.
Oh, no.
I'm going to tell you who's on the show.
Oh, Eddie.
The Eurythmics, Hall & Oates, John Cougar Mellencamp.
This will all be edited out. We'll
Pat
edit this all.
Benatar,
We won't see any of
Sting, just wait a second. Tears for Fears, Tina Turner, John and Andy Taylor of Duran
Frankie
Duran.
Goes to Hollywood. Will they be there?
No. Will Frankie Goes to Hollywood be there? They went to England. They're in England. So they won't be.
Now, who's that guy?
That's Les Garland. from
Unbelievable.
MTV. Les, come out here and say hi, Les. Les? That's Les Garland
Oh, that's all right. Nice to see you.
from MTV. Les Garland.
Beat it, Les. Beat it. One of those cable weasels, ladies and gentlemen.
David
This is for sale,
Leroy.
by the way. Did you know that?
Grace
It's for sale.
Jones.
Get your money first. It's for sale.
MTV, they sold
They
it.
sell it? Gone. Yeah, gone. We moved it.
The
easy.
Cars. Chrissy Hynde, is that how you pronounce her name?
Okay. All right, as Eddie
What is it?
continues
Don
this
Henley?
list, we'll fade out slowly.
Julian Lennon, Morris Day, Quincy Jones, Herbie Hancock, and Glenn Fry.
Good enough. Eddie, nice to see you again. Good luck to you. Have a nice fall. We'll be right back, folks. Welcome back to the program, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up later in this half hour, Dick Cavett will be here, so also Reuben Blades tomorrow. That'll be Thursday night. It will be our summer replacement show starring Ken Berry, John Hartford, and Kmar, the magician. That'll be tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, our big summer replacement show. The studio is full of these cable weasels now. Buddies of yours.
Les Garland's a nice guy.
Now, you know something, Eddie? Cable is not the way good Lord intended TV to be. A guy comes out to your house, hooks you up with the cable. Then later, when you're gone, comes back and breaks in.
I was supposed to leave. I'm not leaving because I want.
You can stay right
I want to
there.
be like Ed McMahon on your show tonight. And I'll hoot at his jokes.
Oh, good. I appreciate that. My next guest is an actor, an author, a world traveler, and soon to be the host of a brand new show on USA Cable. Called The Dick Cavett Show. Ladies and gentlemen, please say hello to Ed Mine's good friend, Mr. Dick Cavett. For being here. Nice to see you again. I appreciate you coming back. Is this true that you and Eddie are good friends?
Oh, yes.
Eddie. Oh, hello, Eddie Murphy. I've been a fan of yours for a very long time, and it's a pleasure to meet you.
Now, how did you guys get to be friends? Are you, in fact, friends?
Is he putting you? Did he tell you we were friends?
Well, he told me that, and then we have reason to believe that you told us that.
That is funny. We're more than friends, David. And, I think that, no, you're laughing now, but it's a beautiful thing. And I think that Eddie and I have decided that it's maybe time to, well, maybe pictures speak louder than words.
Oh, good, photos.
I don't know if they can see this or not. I had to buy that back today. Can you hold that up, maybe?
Let me see.
Let me see.
Kind of strange.
It looks like a local version of Miami Vice, is what it looks like. Oh my God,
no,
Eddie.
We are only good friends. That's the caption.
Did you MTV guys see this stuff?
Oh boy, is my image ruined.
Now, where did you first meet one another?
Look how pale this guy is. I didn't even know you had a shirt on until I looked closer at the picture. Look at that.
Listen, I don't think that's fair. I didn't ask to be born this color.
Will you come back? Look how pale he is.
That is. I look like the late Harry Langdon, don't I?
Yeah, it looked like you'd just been released from the hospital and Eddie's taking care of you. He's going to try and nurse you back to health.
Well, I look like the #1 Yaku of all time, don't I?
Well, now, where did you first meet Eddie?
Eddie, where Eddie?
At the Oscars.
No, it was the Emmys, wasn't it?
Some award show. You know how much I hate them, but I go to all of them.
Yeah, no, Eddie and I actually met one night. I think it was on Park Avenue. We were getting the empty Coke cans so you can get 5 cents. And we met and, exchanged hefty bags. And no, we first met at that ceremony, and
the Emmy Awards.
He and Joan Rivers were hosting.
Oh yeah.
And we kind of hit it off, because our backgrounds are very similar. And he has a peculiar power over me that I didn't realize was sort of dangerous. We went out to. He hangs out at night. He's a night person, and I'm not. But I stayed up later than I ever have. And every place we went, he would dare me to do something, and because I wanted him to like me,
No, if you dare him to do something, he'll do anything that you dare him to do.
If you do.
We were at a concert, see Diana Ross.
Oh, don't tell that.
And I said, I dared him to go up on stage, grab Diana Ross's butt. Man ran up on stage. He ran up on stage, grabbed Diana Ross's butt, and everybody knows him, so Diana Ross said, "Oh, Dick Cannon." I was sitting there. So, then, later on, he comes to do Saturday Night Live as a guest thing. Eddie Grant, the guy from the West Indies with the dreadlocks, he has dreadlocks sitting inside the makeup room. Dick Cavett goes, "How'd they get the dreadlocks in their hair?" I said, "They just don't comb their hair. They just let it knot up." And he says, "Well, I heard a rumor that they use goat feces in their hair." And I said, "Get out of here, man." And he said, "No, really." I said, "I dare you to ask Eddie Grant that."
Did I?
So he went inside the room and walked up to Eddie Grant, who's standing around with these Rastafarians around him. And I'm standing there laughing because Cavitt's getting ready to get beat up. So, and he walks up to Eddie Grant and he goes, "How do you get that in your hair?" And Eddie Grant goes, "We just don't comb our hair. We just let it." And Cavitt goes, "Really? I heard a rumor that you use goat feces in your hair." And the guys looked at Cavitt and he goes, "Nah, man, that's not true."
Yeah.
And then Cavitt looked at me and said, "Why'd you tell me that?" And walked out the room.
But it actually scared him. He turned the color I am in this picture. I've never used the word feces in my life.
Well, you can't say...
You cleaned it up.
You can't say... They'll bleep that out. They'll bleep it out.
Kids.
They'll bleep it out, and America will know what I said, even with the bleep. You can bleep it. If I go and you see bleep, you know what it means, so...
People are smarter than we give them credit for, I think. The one I felt bad about, though, was there was a bald man at the bar in this place. Eddie was checking out the hogs, and...
I'm sorry. Eddie was checking out the what?
Oh, you don't know Negro talk?
Honeys, I think.
Oh, no. And,
The deaf girlies is another one.
oh, yeah, I know.
The what?
No, it's not.
We'll be down to trimmed.
That's all right. Just ignore me.
So, does David Letterman's name ring a bell? He said, "Go slap that bald man on the head." Well, this is beyond
infantile.
comedy. This is tiny. I mean,
Slapped his head. Slapped his head
Here I
at
am.
a Carvel in New Jersey. The guy took the money, I opened up the cash register, went in the back. It's me and Dick, so I guess he didn't figure we was gonna steal. And I said, I dare you to take $20 out the cash register. Took $20 out the cash register. Didn't give it back.
Now, this is a felony.
I did give. I mean to give
This
it
man
back.
stole. When they do your theft, y'all missing $20 from 2 months ago. Cabot.
Murphy.
Now, what did the bald guy do when you slapped
He
him?
did like Diana Ross. The Kevin. It's like everybody knows him. Everybody
You know, the
knows
weird
guy.
thing is his head felt better than Diana Ross's.
Yeah, but you know, now wait a minute, hold it, kids.
No, I didn't mean that. I didn't. But if two bald head men sit together, they make an ass of themselves.
Yes,
You
they
remember
certainly
that, We've certainly raised the tone of
Are they
your
gonna
show.
bleep the word he just said?
I don't know. It's very. Sometimes we have. It seems to be
You can
inconsistent.
say
Sometimes we let
ass.
this go. Sometimes
They
we
probably
let
bleeped
that
it
go.
just now. So you can say it. They're gonna bleep the
They're
whole
gonna,
show.
they're gonna know what you said.
It's not like people at home is sitting there and see somebody say and go like, I wonder what he said. I don't know why they bleep.
I think anything you say will probably stay in. I don't know about Dick though.
Yeah, because they feel I know better, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Is this noticeable?
What's that?
Well, I'm taking my life in my hands now. I found this in the Orient, and I don't know what to do with it. I don't know whether to give it to you.
Oh,
Disgusting.
good Lord. Yeah, give it to me. Good idea. Sure.
Do you think?
No, you explain this, Dick.
Well,
That stuff is still on the market. I was appalled.
This is rather
Here,
shocking,
you show
isn't
that
it?
to the folks
Yeah,
if you like.
No, this is really going to put a damper on things. You told me to bring this
In
out.
Bangkok, you can still buy
you believe this?
It's called Darky toothpaste. Yes. It's a picture of a brother with the biggest smile on his face. This is in Bangkok. So if you ever go to Bangkok, just walk up and punch somebody in the eye.
You see this stuff.
It's really, it's hard to
Excellent
believe, isn't it?
toothpaste.
I mean, in this day and age.
Good Lord. And what did you
Yeah.
pay for this? This is, I can't make
It
Several
looked like it
baht.
said $10 on it.
No, 10 baht.
10 what?
10 what?
Baht.
10 baht. You were
Baht.
recently in Bangkok, apparently.
Oh, I was in Bangkok, yeah.
What's
That's
10 baht?
10 baht?
But it's certainly an attractive tube, isn't it?
Yeah.
They've done wonders with packaging over there in
It's-
Bangkok.
Quite an amazing and original tube.
Yeah.
Toothpaste.
Colorful. It kind of leaps right out at you there. All right, I'll tell you what. Well, let's do a commercial here, and I want to hear more about, if we have time, more to talk to Mr. Cabot about his trip to Bangkok.
Well, that's a little...
Huh? We don't? We don't have any more time.
Can we buy time?
Well-
Or is there a way of...
How interesting is it? Let's just
Well, look at
at
that sign that guy has.
More with Dick Cabot.
Yeah, I
Okay.
gave him that sign.
All right, we'll do a commercial here, and then we'll be right back. Don't worry, we're coming back. Dick Cabot, Eddie Murphy. Now, Dick, we have 2 minutes.
2 minutes?
2 minutes. Can you tell us a great story about your trip to the Orient? An
Holy
exciting
moly. Well, I'm not sure about
2-minute
that.
story.
You probably mentioned that I have this show coming on
We took
USA
care of that
now,
already.
so that's
yeah.
out of the way.
Another cable operation.
Okay, I think I might talk about...
Did you meet the guy from MTV over there?
Yes, the guy in the funny threads.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's an
It's a
old-fashioned...
nice suit that Les
It
has
is a
on.
very nice suit. Yeah, I wonder where he gets batteries
He's dressed
for
like
it.
a limo
It's
driver.
No, in Bangkok, I think probably your audience would be most interested in hearing about 16th century jade sculpture or the soap baths,
Soap baths would be
or
good.
body
Sure.
body, as it's called in Bangkok.
What were you doing there, just as a tourist? Or you
I went there for the Young Presidents Organization. They have about 40, 50 speakers, everybody from esteemed congressmen and so on to people like, showbiz pantaloons like you and me and Eddie.
Showbiz pantaloons?
Pantaloons and jackanapeses. And somebody took me along, as an observer, of course, to one of the body places.
Now, what is that exactly?
Well, you go into a place that seems like a hotel, sort of, and then there's one huge glass wall behind which, seated, even as these people in the audience are about 200 of the most beautiful women you can imagine in your wildest fantasy. And they're all sitting kind of like this, and you're not quite sure why. And then it turns out they're TV sets to keep them amused. They each have a number. The guy with the mic outside the window says, number 23 is, I think, be kind, and so-and-so, and this one is very nice, and so on. Why, men purchase these ladies for their services. Indeed. And the specialty of the place is some kind of erotic soap-like substance that they put all over the body of the person, as I found from asking around. And then the girl says,
These are perfectly legal, these places, I'm guessing.
Oh, well, maybe not actually, but they're there anyway, and everybody knows
they operate with the knowledge.
Pat Pong Street is the main... Well, maybe you're not... Are you supposed to plug streets in Bangkok? Anyway, and then what they do is, I'd always heard about this, slide up and down one's body.
Good Lord.
And, yeah, with this soap, this fabulous soap-like stuff.
You're lucky you lived to tell about it.
Absolutely ruined a blue suit of mine.
All right. Eddie, nice to see you again. Good luck on the MTV Awards, sir. Thank you for coming by, Mr. Cabot.
Are we being kissed off
As always,
now?
Nice to see you again. Okay. And come back after another trip, sir.
Hey, that's
anytime. We'll be back here with Ruben Blades, folks. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, in the studio audience and you, the home viewers. It's always a pleasure to have this gentleman on the program. He is in town tonight, I believe, for the world premiere of his latest film entitled The Golden Child, and I guess my invitation was lost in the mail. Please welcome Eddie Murphy. Nice to see you. Thank you very much. Yep. Nice to see you. Pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Nice. You know, I think the first time you were on the show was almost 2 years ago this very week. Do you remember that?
To this day.
Was it to this day?
I'm just lying.
Anyway, nice to have you back. And tonight is the world premiere of the film.
Yeah.
Where is it going to be?
I don't know. Richie, where's the theater at?
40, you always ask the 44th.
Who is this
That's
guy?
my manager.
This is your manager?
Yeah, we came both from. He's from the Bronx. I'm from Brooklyn, and we work together.
Where? I don't think we're.
Richie right there.
Where is Richie? We don't see. There's Richie. Yeah. Okay. Richie.
Come on, y'all can give up more than that for Richie.
Why? Thank you, Richie. Thank you. Give my best to Hulk. Now, at the big premiere, who's going to be there? What's going to happen? You roll up in big limousines?
We flew in here last night on the red eye from L.A., and I went to bed, and I don't know who's there. I don't know how big this thing is. I don't know what's going on. I'm just going.
World premiere.
Yes.
Sophia Loren is going to be there?
Is she going to be there?
Richie?
Sophia Loren?
I'll tell you what, Eddie, you go stand over there. We'll have Richie come on.
How old is Sophia Loren now?
How old is she, Richie?
51.
Richie knows that.
How would he know?
He's from the Bronx.
Oh. Who else is going to be there, Richie?
Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman?
How old is Dustin Hoffman?
51. Who else? Let me hear the big...
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise, Dustin Hoffman, Sophia Loren. Sylvester Stallone
Yeah,
is
Sly's
there?
coming in. He's coming in. He's going to be there because I talked to him last night.
Yeah.
We twisted it up.
Yeah.
No,
Now, why don't we get an invitation to that?
You didn't come to the thing?
Huh?
You got some
Saw it
tickets?
last night.
Tickets? Tickets?
Fruity, you got extra
You gotta-
tickets?
You
got tickets?
No, I'm not buying anything.
One ticket.
You got tickets in there?
You got extra tickets. Who else wants to go?
Let me see these tickets. Oh, no, wait, let me see this. Let me see these envelopes.
You can don't now. You gonna? We got enough to give him some. I don't want to give him and take some.
Is there a Tommy Blaze in the audience
No,
tonight?
Tommy Blaze.
Is there
can't take his.
Phil Morton here?
I need 4.
Okay.
You can't have all of those, but you can have.
Now these are tickets to get us into this premiere? Are they really? If we pass...
They really think they going. Dad, pass them out.
Now, if we actually pass these out, these folks can get into this or not?
Yes, but then it'd be like 25 like relatives like this. I can't believe you did this to me.
Plus, they'd also probably have to talk to Richie at the door.
Richie.
Yeah.
Richie will be hiding.
Now, so now this is a pretty big event. Have you had world premieres for your other films?
No.
Yeah.
Have we, Richie?
Oh, gee.
No, we never did a big premiere thing.
You excited?
I'm real uncomfortable.
Yeah. Well, I would think it would be kind of a very self-conscious thing to have a big world premiere and invite these guys to your film.
It's real. Because I feel like everybody's going to go instead of just watching the movie, they're going to go and critique it, you know, and that's weird for me.
Well, that's part of it. That's all part of it. Let's talk about something else. What else do you want to talk about? How's your house? I was looking through a magazine the other day. You have this beautiful home in New Jersey. Is that a new acquisition for you?
It's not finished yet.
You're still building it?
Building it very slowly.
Describe the house for us. What's it like?
It looks just like Graceland. It does.
Really?
It looks just like Graceland.
The Elvis Presley home?
Yes, on purpose. So I'm a big Elvis fan. I bought the house. It looks just like Graceland.
Is it enormous?
It's a big house.
How many rooms?
I don't know. I would go think 1, 2, 3. Well, how many rooms, Fruity? It's 20.
Fruity. Now, who's Fruity?
That big dude there is Fruity.
Which one is Fruity?
That's Fruity.
Oh.
He counts the rooms in the house for him. That's his job. 1, 2, 3.
Does he seem to be pretty good at it?
He's good. How many rooms is it?
22.
See?
22? Do you like it there?
I like Jersey a lot. It's
Yeah.
real strong.
Is this, I guess it's impolite of me to guess how much it cost, but it's probably a lot of money, wasn't it? Like, is it, and this is all I want to talk about, but is it like, if I guess like 10 million, am I?
No, it's not that.
No, a little less? 5 million?
How much your house cost?
Well, I
Do you have a house?
I have a trailer.
No, you don't. You have a house at Malibu.
Yeah.
A big, you got a spread out Malibu.
No.
Yes, it is.
I mean, Fruity? How big is that place? I've seen Fruity out there looking it over.
You're gonna wake up tomorrow and Fruity's gonna be in your house like this. 1, 2, 3.
The old Fruity inventory.
No charge, David.
Now, how many people do you have working with you?
I got my cousin Ray. I got
Ray?
Big Fruity. And I got
Richie, of course.
Richie's my manager. He doesn't
Yeah.
work for me. He works with me. And we got Fedorov.
Fedorov?
Fedorov Colin.
What does he do?
He takes care of all the stuff around the house.
Yeah, yeah. So that's not outrageous, is it? It's not like a huge entourage.
No, used to be real big.
Did it really?
Used to be like.
Now, who did the firing when it came down to getting some people to go?
They kind of fired themselves, and Ray, they did. They would do things that would get them fired. And Ray fires people. My cousin Ray.
Yeah.
He likes to fire people.
We got to do a commercial here, and then we'll continue talking with Eddie Murphy. We have to what? Wait a minute. Camera. This is from the Polaroid people, and they won't pay me to hold up their product, so we do it this way. There you go, Polaroid.
And now a few words from Polaroid Corporation about the amazing new Spectra system. Boy, that's some camera.
Hi, welcome back to the show. Eddie Murphy is here. Talk about your film in a minute. This is very exciting. I still can't get over the fact the 3 times you've been on the show, I think people forget this, and I always do. You're only 25 years old.
I'll be 26 April 3rd.
That's very amazing. Very impressive what you've been able to accomplish. We have this list here, the top 10. What do you don't think that's impressive?
I guess because I'm on the wrong side of it.
Oh, I see. Yeah. The top 10 grossing films of all time. E.T. is number 1.
What a wonderful film.
Number 2 is Star Wars. Number 3, a surprise, Viva Las Vegas.
Get out of here. What's it real?
Return of the Jedi. Number 4, The Empire Strikes Back. Number 5, Jaws. Anyway, number 9 is Beverly Hills Cop. They applaud like they had a piece of it.
They came to see it. Thanks.
Yeah.
Go see the new picture. Thank you for seeing Cop, too. And we're doing a new Cop. We're shooting it now, and it's funnier than the first one already.
Is that right?
Yes, it's a hot movie.
You know what the 10 highest grossing film of all time was, just under you?
No.
This was a surprise. I guess maybe not a surprise, but to me it was.
What?
Grease.
Why? Grease was a big picture.
Well, I didn't remember it was that big.
Grease was real big.
Was it? Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's talk about your cars. You like cars?
This is Negro file, these questions. You like cars? You like, do you have a big house? How many carats is that ring on your finger? You like cars.
Don't get smart with me, pal. You're only 25, all right?
Okay, I like cars. I like cars.
What kind do you have?
I got fruit. No, I like cars. It's my weakness. I got a couple of them.
Now, that's not what you said. That's unfair of you to suggest that.
To suggest what?
That was a Negro file question.
It is.
It is not.
The last time I was here, you asked me too. You said, "So, what do you do with all that money?" Those kind of.
You think that's the question we save for black guests?
Yeah. I never saw like Joan Collins.
Eddie's
sit
on.
down.
Get out the black questions.
Yeah. You ever see him sit down like Joan Collins and go, "So, Joan, how much money I got?"
If she'd ever be on the damn show, I would.
She won't come on?
No, she's not on. She won't come on the show.
Why?
Well, it's a long, long story, but we've asked her, we've begged with her, we've pleaded her, and she just won't come on the show. She's too busy.
Fruity. Joan Collins?
Get her on the show? Yeah. I'll get her on the show.
Thanks, Fruity. Try not to bruise her. What the hell is going on here?
To be on a show like this.
So anyway, so now what kind of cars? I like cars myself.
But see, you get like old pickup trucks and stuff like that. No, really, you got an old pickup truck.
I have an old pickup truck.
And
yeah.
what else you have?
I have some other cars. Now, what kind
What's the fanciest car you have?
Oh, I guess it'd be the Buick Skylark.
So we're exactly opposite. Exactly. I just bought a Porsche. I like the new Porsche 928 S4.
Yeah.
Those are nice cars.
928 S4, that stands for 4 valves? 16 valves? 4 valves per cylinder?
It stands for girls can go, look at that car. That's the only reason why I bought it.
Have you gone fast in the automobile?
Yes.
How fast have you had it?
I took that car up to 137 once.
See, you can't be doing that.
What? I'm here.
I know, but sooner or later, a squirrel or something, and then bingo.
It'd be a crushed squirrel.
Yeah, you'd be a smudge on the highway.
Nah, I'll be all right. I just did it when I first got the car, so we could go really fast.
Yeah. What else do you have?
That's it.
You just have the one car?
Yep.
Oh, that's crap. All right, but that's all right. I mean, you're making a lot of money. You can spend it on anything you want, and you take care of your family and friends, and so you might as well treat yourself to a little something.
To a car or a ring or a big hat.
A big hat.
What's the largest hat you have?
Yeah.
Well, I got one like this. And I got a convertible. I put a loop on and a bit of rope, and the hat don't come off.
You're nuts. Okay, now the movie is Golden Child. I went to see it the other night. It's I think people will be impressed with this. Really looks like a big, expensive, nicely put together film.
It's a big picture.
Yeah. Tell us about it, and then we'll take a look at a clip.
It's a good movie. What's the clip?
I don't know what the clip is. I don't know what it is.
They told me what the clip is, and I've never seen it, so let me see it. Richie. It's a clip with me going to get a knife. Mm-hmm. It's a special kind of knife.
We'll look at it and make notes and discuss it when it's finished. Okay, here it is, a few minutes from Golden Child with Eddie Murphy opening tonight. Okay. Well, what was that?
That's not a good clip to see for the movie, because everybody's going, what? I don't understand it. Mm-hmm. See what it is?
Well, maybe if you'd explained it ahead of time.
See, now, it's too late. Now, see what happens is I'm going into this place, this tunnel to retrieve this knife that was hammered in hell by the by the soul, by the 100 damn souls, and I'm gonna have to use this knife to kill the devil.
Right.
See, so I have to get this knife because I'm the chosen one, and then it's this thing.
You're trying to save the golden
I'm trying
child.
to save the golden
Yeah.
child.
It's
But unless you know all that, that scene is just makes you look at it like this. You don't quite understand.
It's a comedy odyssey, this film.
It's a big
comedy
yeah,
odyssey.
it's like a big comedy.
Who's the woman in the film?
That's
Lovely.
Charlotte Lewis.
Boy, is she an attractive
she's
person.
fine.
Was she nice to work with?
Very nice.
person?
She's real young. She's like 19.
Yeah. And what else you want to mention? Now, what if the film, say, doesn't make it to the top 10 all-time moneymakers? Is that going to be a disappointment for you or not?
No, man, I don't.
You don't care
I
about
think
that?
movies, though all those movies, well, you can't. It's not fair to say that, but I think movies. I think Cop was of. I think it was. I didn't know it would do as big as it would do, and I'm not competing with. I'd lose my mind if I try like.
Yeah, I think you would. Yeah.
Picture.
So, but I'm sure this one's going to be very successful.
I hope so.
And it begins tonight all over the country, or
No,
is it
it begins tomorrow night.
tomorrow night all over the country?
All over the country. Tonight it's the
big world premiere.
The big,
yeah.
the big world premiere.
We'll see you at the world premiere. Wear
gonna
that
come?
hat, Eddie. Do you mind wearing the
big
hat? Yeah, the big hat.
And the convertible hat.
Yeah. Thanks, Eddie, for being here. I appreciate it. We'll be back, folks. Our next guest is a very funny gentleman whose latest film is the top box office hit in the United States today. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back here the star of the motion picture Coming to America, Eddie Murphy. Eddie. How you doing? Nice to see you. You look great. Thanks for
Thank you.
being
I was
here.
making sure they cleaned it up.
Yeah, I know. It gets a little bit crazy.
Sitting no crocodile.
How you been? Are you?
My friends go, what is that on your suit?
Might be tough to explain. What are you doing? You been on vacation? You taking it easy this summer?
No. I just got. I was in the hospital a little while ago because I had some problems with my jaw. I was in a boat crash.
This was in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Now we read about this. And when did this happen? And what was going on? And
I was on a boat. I was getting ready to leave, right?
Yeah.
And the whole
did you
time
like
I
the
was there-
Bahamas first of all?
I was down there working. There's a recording studio down there, and I wanted to like go in the recording studio and have a vacation at the same time.
Right.
And I wasn't in the water once, and went on the water. The last day, said we got to go do something. I got in the water, and the boat crashed, and I almost got killed.
No kidding.
So-
what kind
so
of boat
I
were you
going
on?
back to the the Bahamas. I had fun until the boat crashed.
Big boat, speedboat,
It
sailboat?
was one of those boats that crashed, the cigarette boat. One of those boats.
And you were tossed into what?
Into the front of the boat
Yeah.
to a window, and I went into the bottom. You ever get knocked out?
You know, no, I've never
It's
been
a
knocked
hell of a
out.
thing to be knocked
You
out.
were actually out cold.
You wake up and you say, I was knocked out. It's a hell of a thing.
How long were you gone?
Uncle Ray, how long was I out? About 30 seconds.
Uncle Ray?
That's Uncle Ray. He was, when I went out, he had a stopwatch. I said, 1, 2, 3.
Uncle Ray has been hired to time your blackouts.
Yeah.
Well, that must have been. Now, do you get kind of a warm, fuzzy feeling before you go out? Do you know you're going out, or is it just instantaneous?
I didn't know I would see. I was up walking. You can be knocked out and walk around. Did you know you could walk around knocked out?
You can also host a show knocked out.
I got knocked out, and I didn't realize. Like I walked to the boat, to the deck, and
Yeah.
when the boat went to the deck, and I walked to the car, and we walked in the hospital,
Yeah.
and then I came around in the hospital.
So what was it? You had dislocated your jaw or broken it
No,
or
I
something?
ripped a muscle called masseter muscle in my cheek, and my jaw was out, and I couldn't speak. And people would say, Eddie, and I go,
Yeah.
and
Did you, for a second, at any period during that, did you think to yourself, my God, maybe the career is all over?
No, because they told me just like I'm going through therapy now. I got guy named Dr. Dunn, who's working on my jaw, and Dr. Adler in California. They worked, and Dr. Wishan. One of them didn't mention my name, but they fixed my jaw up and I can open my mouth because I was like this.
Is that right?
Like, you ever see the movie Dr. Sardonicus?
I'm not sure.
When a guy went, his face was like this. That's how I was.
So you could do movies like that then, if worse comes to worse. we gotta do station identification. You can hang around here for a second, though. Okay, we'll be right back with that. Eddie Murphy is here in this half hour. The Countess of Romanones will be joining us tomorrow. This is quite a show tomorrow. Jackie Mason, Iggy Pop, and Olympic champion Carl Lewis.
Oh, I'm gonna be home tomorrow.
You know, they're traveling together, these guys, the three of them. Yeah, they're working outdoor theaters this summer all across the country. That'll be tomorrow night. Now, this movie, Coming to America, now, see, if I were in your shoes, your position, and it's hard to imagine that I would ever have the kind of success you've had.
Oh, stop that.
But you have, one movie comes out, it does great business. Another movie comes out, it does as good or better. And you get to the position now where you're a half a dozen films or so into this thing, and each one seems to do better than the one before. And I just think that would be an unbelievable thrill to have happen.
Oh, yes, it's an unbelievable thrill.
So you can go to these guys, I guess it's Paramount, and you can pretty much say, I want to shoot some film of me washing a car. And they'd say, yeah, let's get that in.
I wouldn't do that.
Oh, I know you wouldn't do it, but I mean, I can't imagine, I can't remember anybody ever being this successful in films in the last.
I've been very fortunate.
Well, you deserve it, too. You worked very hard for it.
Yes, I've worked very hard.
Now, don't get smart with me. You want to take a look at it? We got a clip here of Coming to America.
Yeah, you have a clip of me. I have a brilliant makeup guy named Rick Baker, who did my makeup in the movie. They have a clip of me. They turned me into an old Jewish guy. If you haven't seen the movie yet, this is me made up like a.
How many different parts do you play in the film?
I play about. How many, Uncle Ray? He counts those.
Uncle Ray.
4. Uncle Ray's in the movie too. Is a scene where a guy falls down the steps. That's Uncle Ray.
Nice to see you. Are you actually Eddie's uncle? Yes. How are you related to Eddie?
My brother was his father.
Your brother was his father. Nice to have you here. Thanks for being with us. We gonna look at the clip here? Coming to America. This is Eddie Murphy as the, what did you say? That's very impressive. Very impressive.
Rick Baker, he's a genius. He puts you in that chair, and you go to sleep 4 or 5 hours, and you wake up like this. Who is that? Another person.
I would guess it is possible maybe for people to go to that film and not to be aware that you're playing all of those different characters. Because I've seen clips of the various people in the film, and I was not aware of the fact that that was
At the end of the movie, a lot of people get up and they leave when the movie, like when movies end, the credits go up.
Yeah.
At the end of the movie, they show you which character I played and who Arsenio played.
Yeah.
It was just to have some more fun in the story.
At one point in the last couple of years, did you have dinner with Marlon Brando?
Yes.
Well, what was that like? How did that happen?
Well, there was lots of food.
But do you call Marlon up? Does he call you up?
No, we had met because he saw a movie of mine that he liked, and there was talk about us doing something together, and we met to talk about that, and I was just blown away that, you know, he had seen my work, and I went and we hung out a couple of nights, and he never called me again. I guess I did something wrong.
What was your impression of him the first time you saw him?
He's a very regular guy.
Yeah.
You know? He's shorter than I thought he was.
And nice and friendly and good company?
Very nice, very friendly.
Yeah.
A lot of good, likes jazz music. Like you'll be listening to, he'll be talking to you and a good song come on and just stop and stop. Wait a second, wait, he'll get into this song.
Really? Marlon Brando would do that?
Oh yeah, he really likes jazz.
And how are things with you and Bill Cosby? Is that all right? Is there friction there?
There's no friction. I don't know Bill Cosby.
You've never met Bill Cosby?
Never met him. Talked to him on the phone once or twice.
What was that like?
Different.
Yeah?
Very different.
Yeah. But do you have reason to believe he's not pleased with your work or something?
This is like a Barbara Walters interview now. No,
What kind of a tree, Eddie? What kind of a tree would you be? She's a little goofy, Barbara. But you know who's really goofy is that Hugh Downs. That guy is goofy. Well, anyway, do you want to leave it there with Bill, or should we complete this thought?
I watch Bill Cosby show every weekend. I like Bill Cosby. I think he's a brilliant man, and I love his stuff.
Yeah.
I think there's a bit of an understanding problem, like why I do what I do.
Yeah.
But we're different, you know. I was put here to do one thing. He was put here to do something else.
Yeah, absolutely. And you were put here to make more money than he was.
No. Cosby makes more money than everybody. You know that.
Really? Well, if we're here at NBC.
Forbes magazine.
Uncle Ray, we got to go.
Except Uncle Ray. He makes Uncle Ray.
Nice to see you. Thanks for coming over. Eddie, congratulations again on everything. Have a great summer. Thanks for being here. Eddie Murphy, folks. We'll be right back. They love it. They love to clap along. Many nights, it's the best part of the show. Okay, our first guest, kids, one of the biggest stars in motion pictures today. His films, of course, include Beverly Hills Cop, also Coming to America, and The Distinguished Gentleman, which opens on December 4th. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the one, the only, Eddie Murphy. Eddie! Pretty good deal. Not a bad gig for you.
What's that?
Well, the place goes crazy.
Oh.
How you doing?
I'm good.
How are things with you?
Things are good.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you coming by.
I appreciate you having me on the show.
Really? You know, we ask you nearly every day.
Not true.
Tell me about your holidays, your family, what took place, who was involved, anything you want.
Oh, we ate a turkey, and everybody in the family was there. And
Now, who is in the family? Tell us about your family.
We have a mother, and a father, and two brothers, and a fiance, and two kids, and a bunch of cousins and uncles, and nieces and nephews, and it's a very festive day, Thanksgiving.
It sounds like it's a lot of fun. Is it? And if so, is it different from Thanksgivings as a kid, and how? I mean, of course, forgetting the fiance and the two kids, it would be different.
we have turkey now. No, when we was kids, we had turkeys too. You know, but we have a bigger turkey now. You know, and a nicer plate.
Yeah, but
other than that, it's the same.
I guess the point I was trying to make was that it seems to me a fairly traditional kind of standard American Thanksgiving.
I was tripping off your rhythm at the point I was trying to make.
It was a very typical traditional Thanksgiving.
Okay. Tell me about the kids.
Is eggnog part of Thanksgiving?
I think eggnog is more Christmas, but you can...
Oh, we're messed up.
You know, Eddie, a guy like you can have it on Labor Day if you want. Tell me about the two kids now. What is that like? How has that changed your life? And it must be the greatest thing that ever happened for you.
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
What do you do?
You don't have any kids?
I don't have any, no.
Oh, man, you gotta have some kids. Oh, damn. You can have them, right?
Yeah.
They said, oh, like they was like, oh,
Yeah,
Dave. Oh, Dave shooting blank.
I'm still waiting to hear from the lab, but we're keeping our fingers crossed.
Yeah, man, I have a son. I had a son 2 weeks ago. How old is he? Two weeks old. A little mild.
Brand new. And your
daughter, Bria. Hi, Bria.
How old is she?
She's just turned 3, November 18th.
And are you, I mean, how active a father can you be in this process? As active as you want, of course, but how active are you?
In what process?
You're taking care of the kids, the nurturing process, the rearing procedure.
Oh, I rear, you know.
Eddie.
I do. I don't do I rear. I spend time with.
Do you change diapers?
No, I rear.
Uh-huh.
Now, rearing is changing diapers part of rearing?
Yes, I think generally it falls under the category.
I won't do I do like if the nose is round, I do mucus, but not. You know. No, come here. No, some more. That's cute.
So
the diaper's not cute.
You'll hand them a tissue, and that's pretty much it for you.
No, I'll do the co-host you.
Do you spend all your time with them? Say you have a weekend. Are you always with the kids?
They're in the house. You know what I noticed? You know what I noticed? The 3-year-old will make you hide from them.
You really?
Yeah, because they have so much energy. Sometimes my daughter's looking for me, and I'd be like on the side like this. It's true.
Yeah, I've noticed the time that I've spent with kids, like my sister has like a 1.5-year-old girl. And it just, after like the first 8 minutes of the visit, you know, you need a nap.
For a year and a half?
Yeah, just everywhere. And most of your time is devoted to kind of following her around and watching her. And they
but
put...
that's cool, man.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It wears me out. So as a parent, when it's your child, does it wear you out, or do you have the stamina for that?
You trip off seeing them do things like you trip off seeing them do things that you did or things that you said, you know? So it's not a drag. It's never, not 1 second of it has been a drag.
Yeah.
Not 1 second of it.
Well, good for you. What are we doing here? All right, let's do a commercial, and when we get that out of the way, we'll continue here with Eddie Murphy. Is here, Suzanne Vega, Janine Turner, and let's talk a bit about the movie. The Distinguished Gentleman opens December 4th. Tell me what you want to tell us all about this.
It's a very funny movie, and you should all go see it.
There you go.
You know what it is? It's the first time in a long time that we did just a straight-out comedy, you know? And most of the last couple of films I did, we were doing other things. This is like the old movies were, you know, because I did a bunch of different characters and stuff, so it's like it's funny like the old ones.
But now
for those of you who went to the last couple and was like this, hey, this ain't funny like the old ones.
You know, they should put that on the marquee, so there's no doubt, no question in your mind. Yeah. But now you're serious? You would not describe your last 2 or 3 films as straight comedies? Well, straight comedies.
Well, like Boomerang is a romantic comedy,
right.
You know, and I was playing like this suave guy, and so you don't go into characters and stuff, you know.
Right.
And I'm a con man in this movie, so it's a bunch of stuff going on all the time.
So this one is just laughs first and foremost, and that's all we're working on
What's
here.
Interesting enough, it was the opportunity to do something that was both cerebral and funny at the same time, because it's got, like, you know, it's got a good script and a funny story and everything.
All right, we have a clip here. Do you know what we're looking at? Oh, I know what this is. Do you know what this is?
This is the one that's very funny.
Yeah.
I'm doing something funny. I know if it's a clip, it's funny, because even the little snippets are funny. So just, I ain't even got to set it up. Whatever it is, woo, it's so funny.
This is, you're running for Congress?
Yes, I'm running for Congress.
And you're doing some campaigning.
I'm campaigning in different neighborhoods.
That's right.
So I have to have a different vibe for each neighborhood.
All right, here we go. The distinguished gentleman, Eddie Murphy. Watch this, kids. Yeah. Yes, sir.
That was the first time out. That was the first time
You know what I
saw it.
liked about that? It was cerebral and funny.
Yes. It was both the opportunity to be cerebral and funny.
Exactly. Tell us about your. Now what? Tell us about the album that you're working on.
It is both cerebral and groovy. No, my album is real. It's real honest, and it's finished, and I can't wait for y'all to hear it.
When is it going to be released?
It's coming out in January.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a big winter for you.
Well, I'll be out there.
Yeah. and you're getting married in March.
March 18th.
Hey, good for you. Congratulations. Eddie, come over and see us. You haven't been here in like 3 years. Come over and see us. You just live across the river.
I wasn't working that much. I was like chilling for a little while. I can't come out with you have no movie to talk, just come sit on the couch.
Yes, you can.
I can't be one of those cats, you know, sitting on the side. And Eddie Murphy is sitting on the side tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously.
You can make a pretty good living doing that.
Nah, man, I can't sit on the side.
All right. Good to see you again. What's the matter?
I was looking at Paul.
Yeah. And good luck with the family. Good luck with the movie.
Thank you.
And
you sound like you're trying to make me leave.
Well, it doesn't sound like you want to stay.
No, I'm fine. It was good night, Eddie. We like having you here. Good luck with the family and with the movie.
It's because I'm shooting blanks again. It's Eddie Murphy. We'll be right back. Since the day our first guest decided to leave Saturday Night Live to make motion pictures, he's been one of Hollywood's biggest stars. Beverly Hills Cop 3 will open across the country on May 25th. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Eddie Murphy. Eddie! I haven't seen you in a long, long time.
Really?
Yeah, you look good. You always look like a kid to me. You started when you were, what, about 14? You were on TV doing stuff?
I was 19 when I started Saturday Night.
How old are you now?
I'm 33.
No, you're that old?
I'm 33.
Well, you look great. You look like you're 23.
Well, thank you. How old are you?
I am 47.
And see, you look 29. You know, I watched the show and Joe Pesci was complaining about how cold it really is. You like it really brisk.
You know, that's right. It is chilly in here, but we've warmed it up even since Joe was here.
Wow.
When he was here, it was like 19, 20 degrees. And a chill factor of about 1,000.
Look, look. Oh, you can't see it, but you can see it in here. That's amazing.
We're waiting for the dog team to bring us medicine, and then we can go home. But do you like the theater? You've not been on the new show.
I love being in the Ed Sullivan Theater. I've never been here, and this is, I thought it was a little bigger, though. I did, because, you know, you watched Ed Sullivan when you're a kid, you know. I thought it was, you know, because where were the Beatles when they were in here?
The Beatles were in that chair right there, right next to you. That's where the Beatles were.
Much bigger when I was a kid.
Did that show mean anything to you as far as, oh, maybe I want to get in the show business? Did you watch the comedians? Did you watch the music acts? Did you?
No, Ed Sullivan I was born in '61, so when I watched Ed Sullivan, I wanted to see Topo Gigio.
No, you didn't. No,
the Beatles was playing out like, get to the mouse!
No. Nobody was waiting for Topo Gigio.
I remember Kissing You Goodnight, AG. I remember all of that stuff. Absolutely, I remember.
Yeah. Do you remember the first comedian on that show that kind of meant anything to you?
I think Shecky Green, I think it was. Shecky. I remember catching Shecky and going, that's what I'm going to do.
What do you mean?
What? That's too obscure a reference.
Well, no, I just, see, I don't know whether to believe you or not. You were just joking about Shecky Green.
Is there anything Shecky-ish about me? Not that Shecky's uncool, because my Shecky might be sitting there going, hey, why'd you busting me open?
That's right, exactly.
I love Shecky. I was just trying to make Shecky's a funny name. I want to say Shecky Green, because that's a funny name.
Yeah. The last time...
It is a funny name.
Shecky Green.
Shecky Green.
It's a good name for a comedian.
It's a good name for a comedian.
Yeah, I don't know that it's a funny name. It's a good name for a comedian.
Yeah, I never had any early. The only time I had a situation where I remember the first time I met Rodney Dangerfield. That was in Florida at the time. It was the first comedian that I met that was famous, and I was about 17. And he came and he bumped me at this club. I was getting ready to go and he said, "Dangerfield's here," and I was like, "Oh no!" So he went up. "Yeah, I get no respect." Killed it, blew the whole place out. Then I had to go up after him, and I did my show. I had a good set, and I went up after him. I said, "So Mr. Dangerfield, what'd you think?" He said, "Yeah, where are you going to go?" Because back then my act was real dirty, dirtier than it was 5 years when I was 17. Whew, forget about it.
Your act was dirtier when you were 17?
Oh, much dirtier. Much dirtier. Like the audience would sit there and look. And afterwards, I went up to Dangerfield and said, "So what'd you think?" And he said, "Hey, where you going to go with all of that?" And then I saw him again maybe like 7 years later, like after Saturday Night Live and after the movies. No, he might not even remember this. In a bathroom in Caesar's Palace.
Well.
And I'm at the urinal, and Dangerfield walks up and he looks over at me and he just goes, "Who knew?"
7 years later? I think since we last saw you, you got married about a year ago, is that right?
A year and a half ago.
Year and a half ago. Big kind of deal with all kind of celebrities and everybody there. It was at the Plaza Hotel.
Yeah.
1,000 guests and limousines and punch. I understand you had punch there.
There was punch.
Yeah.
There was little sweet candies. Wedding candies. Yeah. And, it was fun.
Yeah, it was nice of you to think of me. I got no invitation.
Hey, nah, I don't know how. I didn't think
you know I love wedding candies.
But you're so private.
You don't want me at your wedding.
I didn't want to send it, and then you're not coming. I'd be like, well, where's Letterman?
Yeah. Get the marriage off on the wrong foot. No, you don't want to take that chance. But like Donald Trump was there?
From Donald Trump to Heavy D was there.
Wow.
Yeah, Wayne Newton, everybody.
Now, are these guys friends of yours?
Well, people, in this business, you meet so many different people. When you're a comedian, everybody, is cool with the comic because you make people laugh. So I met so many different people, So I got a wide range of people that I've met and that I'm cool with.
Do you hang around with these guys?
No, I hang around my wife and my kids.
Yeah. Oh,
every now and then I'll run into
Heavy
Wayne
D
Newton or
and
Heavy
Wayne
D.
Newton. Now they hang around. Exactly. Wayne Newton and Heavy D are like this.
Both Wayne Newton and Heavy D came to my bachelor party. That was very strange to be sitting in the room.
And this very night, they're probably visiting Shecky Green. We got to do a commercial here. We'll continue visiting with Eddie Murphy in a minute. Come on back, kids. Nice to have you here. Eddie Murphy is here, Tony Bennett and Wayne Cotter. Eddie, that's a beautiful watch. That's a lovely watch. That's a lovely, that looks like and I'm glad to see you got my wedding gift, even though I wasn't invited to the wedding. Man, is that a piece of work. Look at that. Did you win the Super Bowl or something?
Now, don't go off. And I was reading People magazine the other day, and that brother Dr. Dre was in there, and it was a picture of him. He sold 7 million albums, and they go, Dr. Dre has a ring that will cost this. What does jewelry have to do? Where's your jewelry? You should get some.
Here it is right here, this lovely Band-Aid. That's all I can afford right there. That's just about it there. No, there. See, isn't that lovely? Yeah. Tell us about the film. This is Beverly Hills Cop 3. How many movies have you made?
12.
12.
12, yeah, 12.
What's the movie that you've done that you like the best?
Oh, man.
Come on, Eddie. It's got to be in the form of a question,
Coming to
please.
America is probably my favorite.
Do you go to see the movies? Do you go to see them in theaters, or once you've seen them in screenings and in premieres and stuff?
No, I hate going to see a picture at a screening because, you know, the audience, you know, it's, you know, you go to, well, you know, a lot of people don't know. When you go to screenings, lots of people go to screening and they sit and watch movies like this. Oh, it's very funny. So you like to go to a real audience and sit and watch the people because then you know if it's funny.
Get a reaction, an honest reaction, of course. Now, are there any movies that you have made that just you're not happy with, that you can't watch, that you can't go see?
Oh, because of me personally.
No, for any reason. For any reason.
For me personally, when I watch Another 48 Hours, my weight had gotten so out of control that...
really? You were like heavy?
Oh, yeah, I was like 185 pounds. For me, that's heavy, you know, and I had a gut, and I look like... Let's go get him, Nick. So whenever that one comes on, I can't watch it.
And the Beverly Hills Cop 3 is, again, cop from Detroit, going to Beverly Hills, some kind of a crime.
No, it's not Beverly Hills this time. Yeah. He's at an amusement park. Amusement park that's kind of like Disneyland, called Wonder World. But we had to call it Beverly Hills Cop so people knew, oh, it's the Beverly Hills Cop. Eddie's in this amusement park shooting people. Come see it. I don't know if they're going to get my $6 for that.
I think we have a clip here, and I believe it is in the amusement park. But as you point out, the amusement park is not in Beverly Hills.
No, it's
okay.
Somewhere in California.
Somewhere in California. All right, and what are we going to see here? Tell folks about the clip.
I think I'm saving some kids. I'm doing something very heroic.
All right.
You ought to see this clip.
Now, Eddie, you gotta be a little more enthusiastic.
I'm going to jump over this thing, and it's going to be something else.
All right. Will you be wearing the watch in this film?
No.
All right, here it is. Take a look, ladies and gentlemen. Beverly Hills Cop 3, Eddie Murphy.
That ain't you. No. That ain't you. Well, you know, and my arm is still not right.
I like the move there where you're on top of the gondola and you're giving it one of these.
Yeah.
That wasn't you, Eddie.
Hey, Dave, every second of it.
You getting ready to have another baby? Is that right? Your wife is expecting how soon?
My wife is 5 months. I saw videos already. You can get a video 5 months of a baby not even out
this
yet.
Is from the sonogram?
I've seen pictures already. They're not very cute at 5 months. You can tell it was a little girl. We could tell it's a little girl, but not a lot of room up in there.
So when she arrives, you will then have 3 kids?
Yes.
Oh, man, that's great.
3 miles and chain.
Good for you. So life is great for you.
Do you have any kids?
Yes, I do. Kimberly and Jennifer, the twins.
How old are they?
They're 10.
Yeah,
they're in a school in Switzerland. They'll be coming home any day now. You must come up to the house and we'll all get together. I hope the movie's it's going to be the blockbuster of the summer, isn't it?
Well, I hope people like it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
If you like Beverly Hills Cop 1, you'll like it.
Well, see, that's not the important thing. As I've pointed this out with many other people, although not many, because I don't think it applies to many other people, but I do feel that it applies in your case.
I'm glad you're clearing all this up before you say it.
It will do well, not because people like Beverly Hills Cop 1 or 2, because people like you.
Oh, you think so?
Eddie, thank you very much. Have a lovely summer. Eddie Murphy, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for a big-time movie star, look no farther than our first guest tonight. He has a brand-new motion picture which opens on Friday. Do me a favor, do yourselves a favor. Please welcome Eddie Murphy. Eddie, come on up. Murphy. And then you walk out, and the crowd goes crazy.
Oh, man.
Pretty exciting, isn't it?
What? Thank you. So cold.
You're happy. Keeps the comedy fresh that way.
I know it keeps the comedy fresh, but it's so damn cold.
No. It's not. It ain't that bad.
It's cold.
Yeah, we just saw Sparky. How old are your kids?
I've got my daughter's getting ready to turn 6. My son's getting ready to turn 3.
6 years old. That's amazing to me. 6 years old. Yeah. But now, you see Sparky...
And my youngest daughter just turned 1.
That's a good family. That's a nice group
got
there.
A nice little troop.
Good shooting. Like hitting the target. But now we see Sparky out there, wants to be a sportscaster. This is all he's ever wanted to do in his 9 years, and now he's doing it more or less.
Good. Sparky.
Yeah, no.
It's still chewing.
What were you like when you were 9 years old? Did you know what you would do? Had the notion crystallized in your head at 9 what you were going to do?
I did a lot of voices, but I didn't know I wanted to one day go into show business. I was just, strange child. My mother used to say, "Who's Eddie? What voice is Eddie's voice?"
Do you remember the voices? What are we talking about? Just like
cartoon voices, all that. I used to do all the cartoon voices.
Yeah. And you started performing, I think you first started doing stand-up comedy when you were like 15 or something.
Yeah.
Now, is that a good idea? Would you want one of your kids to start that early at hanging out in clubs and stuff?
Yeah, I had fun, man. We used to go. I started out at a place. The first place I ever did was a youth center. But the first place
they love comedy there.
At Roosevelt Youth. I was 15 years old. It was a great show. I had fun that night.
What kind of stuff were you doing at 15?
Just booger jokes and.
Yes.
That was my whole act. You ever have boogers in your nose?
Something the audience can relate to.
I found you know how you write the little jokes that you're going to do for your set, and you write down the jokes you have to do in your show. I found something from when I was like 16 years old, like in the closet, and it was like the Ali Cosell sketch, and then the thing was like, it said a booger joke, and in parentheses it said, a must.
What have you been doing with yourself? The movie, I guess, was finished up a couple of months ago.
Well, I did that picture, and then I did another movie, a Nutty Professor, as well.
Oh, man, the Nutty Professor. Now, what is the deal on the Nutty Professor? I've heard about this project. The original one was like in the early 60s, Jerry Lewis.
One of my favorite Jerry Lewis movies.
And we hear that it's going to be made. It's not going to be made. Finally, it is being made.
And it's a remake of that picture. Only I'm like obese in the movie. I weigh like 400 pounds.
Now, you didn't really gain like 300
No,
pounds.
I had to do like 5 hours of makeup every day with the guy Rick Baker. Did you ever see a movie called Coming to America?
Yes.
I did. Rick Baker did the makeup. He's the one that turned me into the old Jewish guy in the movie. He did all that makeup, and I'm playing 8 people in
Nutty Professor.
Yeah. I played 4 people in Vampire in Brooklyn. The last 2 movies I did, I'm 12 people.
Eddie, you ought to talk to somebody about getting a bigger budget. You can pay other actors.
No, it's like, that's fun to do those other characters,
And in this movie, and also I think in your last movie, my friend John Witherspoon.
Oh, yeah.
I want to thank you for giving this guy work.
Oh, but he's so funny.
He's a terrific guy.
He's just the second movie
people
I've
love
been
this
with
guy.
him. Boomerang I did with him, and in this picture he's hysterical.
Yeah, he's a very nice man as well. All right, let's see here. It's commercial time. We'll continue visiting with our friend Eddie Murphy right after you. Take a look at this, kid. Eddie Murphy is here, Michael Rappaport, and John Hyatt. Let's talk a little bit about this film, Vampire in Brooklyn. I'm told now that your family wrote the film. Your brothers actually wrote the screenplay.
Yeah, my brother Charlie worked on the screenplay.
That's pretty impressive. Is this what he does for a living? The guy's a screenwriter?
He writes films, and he's an actor, and he does.
So the whole family is very talented, and this is a story
It's like a small version of the Wayans family.
The story is something you guys knew about when you were kids, and one day thought this would make a great movie, or it's a brand new idea?
Well, it's a brand new idea, but I've written stuff with my brothers before. This is the first thing that we got to the screen.
Yeah.
And we've all been big fans of horror movies. You
liked being scared when you were a kid?
Well, it's not that you're scared. You really like to watch the horror movies. I like to jump, and I like to go, oh, you know, I like that kind of stuff. It's not like you sit there and go, oh my God. It's not scary in as much as it's, you know, jumpy stuff.
They're able to manufacture that terror in you. I mean, it's just like cause and effect, and bang, when it hits, you're out of the seat.
Well, what's cool about Vampire in Brooklyn is it's not straight scary. It's like, do you ever see American Werewolf in London? That movie John Landis directed, it was years ago.
Long time ago?
Yeah, and it's it mixes like it mixes horror and comedy. So it's cool because 1 second you'll be scared, and the next second something really funny is happening in Vampire in Brooklyn.
And you are the vampire, and you go around biting and sucking people's necks?
Yes. Just Angela Bassett's the only person who I bite in the movie. I suck her neck.
We have a clip.
I don't just be, you know, sucking everybody's neck.
We have a clip of Vampire in Brooklyn, and do you have any idea what we're going to look at here?
I think this is when I'm getting Kadeem Hardison. I'm going to turn him into my ghoul. And I just busted into this warehouse and came through this window, and he's running from me. You just see me kill and rip this guy apart in an alley.
Cool.
Rip this guy apart.
All right, here we go. Eddie Murray.
Murphy, you said that last night.
I know. You know, it's because of the guy.
No, I know. That used to happen to me all the time. People used to come up on the street and say Eddie Murray to me.
I'm sorry.
It happens all the time. No problem. Okay. Eddie Murray is cool.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, here we have Eddie Murphy and Kadeem Hardison. How can I get that name right and not get Eddie Murphy right?
This actually would be really interesting if Eddie Murray really was in this scene as a vampire.
Well, yeah, maybe.
That would have been the strangest movie ever. A vampire with a bat.
Yeah, with a bat. Sure, it's a natural. You get the bat, you get that thing filled. Here we go. Vampire in Brooklyn. Roll it. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Look at you. Look at how good you look. Man alive. Oh, thanks. And the hair. What is the hair? You got like Al Sharpton hair going there or something.
You know what he looks like? That's more like, you know Ashford and Simpson?
Yeah, that's right.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
I seen Nick Ashford at the Garden about 2-3 years ago. He had the hair and all that, and he has the blue contacts. I was like, he has a scary look. If you saw Nick Ashford and he wasn't with Valerie Simpson, you would be frightened. Yeah. not that he's ugly or anything. He's really tall with the blue eye and that hair like that. You'd be like, hey, what's this dude with this blue eye?
Frightened and confused. What do you think about? What do you want to?
Man, I just got this coming in so good.
It'll be back this weekend. Think about it. You want to take it off?
You know, this took a long time to grow.
No, it didn't, did it? All right, think it over. Think it over. We'll do a commercial. We'll be right back to see if Eddie shaves, all right? You enjoying that? Tasty, isn't it? Woo-hoo-hoo. You're flying now, aren't you, buddy?
See, I see you hit every now and then. See you hit the cigar. I was like, I wonder if you get a little buzz
just
from the cigar.
Just a little something. Just a little, yeah.
Ah, some nasty.
Yeah.
But it looks cool, though.
Oh man, you look good. Yes, sir. I like it when my lower part of my face starts to vibrate just a little bit. What do you think? You gonna take it off or not? We got the stuff.
They try to get me a shave by.
Got the mirror. We got the mirror. You're goofy on tobacco, and we got one of these. This will take it right off.
I got it coming in so good.
I'm telling you, Eddie, that can't be more than like an afternoon's growth.
But it makes me look, you know.
You're going to look good again by Sunday. You're going to look just this good. You'll never know what was
going on. It gives me like a, you know,
here, take it
like
off.
an older. Come on. Oh, wait. You have to know, though.
Huh?
You have to know.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That sounds like no. That sounds like no.
Sounds like yes to me. The cigar. Cigar's playing tricks with your ears. There you go. There we go.
See those girls? Now, see a bunch of it's girls up there going, no.
Just take something. Take like just right there.
No.
Take that off. All right, just take this much off.
No.
All right, shave your head then. Do something. Here we go. Be careful.
back.
Yeah. Like some bizarre video from the airport. Yeah, there we go. I'll come out to the place later and give you some calico. Oh, that looks great. Eddie, that looks great.
Chin hair all over the place.
Oh,
man.
you loved it. Everyone loved it. Listen, the film Vampire in Brooklyn opens Friday.
This Friday. Go see the movie.
I hope it's a huge
Have a good
success
time.
for you. Thank you very much, Eddie. Good luck to you. Nice to see you again. Eddie Murphy. Our first guest is a bona fide big-time motion picture star, one of the funniest performers we certainly know. His new film, The Nutty Professor, opens in June, and it looks like it's going to be one of those huge summer blockbusters. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Eddie Murphy. Eddie! How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, nice to see you again.
It's nice to be here.
You know, the last time we were here, which was about 3 weeks ago, getting ready to come and do the show, you were across the street tying up traffic and everything else, doing a film.
Yeah, I want to apologize because we're shooting a movie in town. If anybody's been caught in a traffic jam or something, I'm sorry. Because I know somebody might have been driving going, that's that damn Eddie Murphy doing this.
I'm sorry, doing the what?
This stuff to
Oh,
us.
yeah, exactly. Well, just stay away from Filbert Street. Now, so anyway, how many films have you actually shot here in San Francisco?
I think this is the third one.
This is your third film?
48 hours, another 48 hours, and this one.
Yeah. Thank you. You like this town?
Yeah.
Could you live in this town? Would it be nice to live in this town?
Hey, it's flies all over. You see y'all saw that. It was really a fly. It's not like...
Came out from under my hairpiece.
It's beautiful here. We're staying over in Marin County.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. We're up on there. It's beautiful.
What's the address over there, Eddie?
My wife wants to move out. She's always going, I love it so much here. So much more than where we live.
You know, I've been here many, many times when I used to live in Los Angeles. I'd come up for the weekend and stuff and hang around. And when you're a tourist here and you see everything, it's a great experience. But it's altogether a different experience when you're just here kind of working and you sort of let the ambiance and the beauty of this city sort of wash over you. It's an amazing sensation to see this day after day.
Oh, yes, very amazing. That's what I was going to say.
No, come on, I'm serious.
I was going to say the exact same thing you just said.
No offense, but it doesn't happen that way in Newark. You know, Newark's a fine town.
I'm not in Newark.
Nobody's We're just saying Newark.
I'm in Inglewood.
Or Muncie, Indiana. You know, it's a whole different deal.
But you know, Jersey is kind of nice.
Oh, Jersey is beautiful. Don't get me wrong.
Hey, Jersey. People are like, Jersey?
What is the film that you're in town working on now?
I'm doing a movie called Metro.
Metro,
I'm a hostage negotiator. And I'm in a movie with an actor named Michael Wincott, who's the villain, who's a very, very good actor, and Michael Rappaport. It's being directed by Thomas Carter, and I can't wait till you see this one. You're going to love it.
Tell me about the Nutty Professor. Now, this is something I've heard about for like 10 years. They're going to make another Nutty Professor. It's coming out. Jerry Lewis is going to be in it. Eddie Murphy's going to be in it. Joe Piscopo is going to be in it. We're making another Nutty Professor.
Martin Short. It was going to be a bunch of different people.
This is a movie you hear a lot about for the last 10 years.
And it finally came together, and it's pretty funny.
How did it come together?
Well, instead of playing like, you know, Jerry Lewis's character in the movie was like this goofy guy, this nerdy guy.
Right.
We made the story like contemporary. We took the guy and made him like, he's 400 pounds, he has a weight problem. And the movie now is about how we're obsessed with looking a certain way. And this is a guy who's 400 pounds who just wants to find a girl to love him for who he is and all that kind of stuff. And he's in a laboratory, comes up with something that helps him lose weight for short periods of time. So he's leading like this double life, and his stuff wears off at the worst moments. You get the picture. It's very funny. So and Jada Pinkett is in it with me, and it was directed by Tom Shadyac, and you're gonna love it.
And is Jerry himself the original Nutty Professor?
No, Jerry was on the road doing, what was that play? Damn Yankees.
Right. Now, do you get along well with Jerry? Do you have a relationship with the guy?
No, he hosted Saturday Night Live once, and I just met him then. I never really hung out with him. He's like 70, man, you know.
No, you know, you can still get along with a guy who's 70.
But, you know, like we could hang out. We don't
you can hang out with a 70-year-old.
Me and Jerry Lewis?
Well, you're kind of close here tonight, actually. All right, you want to take a look at a clip here now? All right, let's do the commercial. Yeah, we got a clip, and then we'll do the commercial, then we'll show the clip of the Nutty Professor.
Do the commercial first, so that'd be fresh and have a snack before you see the
clip. God bless you, Newark. We'll be right back. From the Exploratorium and Green Day. The drummer is nuts, by the way. Sitting in with Paul and the band all night. How about a nice hand for the Unabomber over there on guitar? Attaboy! Yeah!
Did not think
it's another booking coup.
Oh, yeah, we got it.
Eddie, let me ask you a question about your hair. I've never seen it like that before. How long does it take? How do you get it to look that way? What exactly is that? Is that something new? Is it something different?
I'm growing dreads. I'm gonna let my dreads grow.
Right. And they will just stay like that and continue to get longer and longer?
Long, like Medusa. Long, like this guy. See how his hair is?
Yeah, Wally?
See, this is how...
Wally, may we see your hair, please?
Eventually...
Wally Collins, ladies and gentlemen, bringing his hair into... This is how it... All right, get out, Wally. Get out. Get out. That's enough of the hair, Wally. Thank you very much.
This is how it starts, and you let it grow out.
Yeah, all right. All right, now back...
yeah, okay.
Well, I don't know what else to say, you know? You want to say something nice about my hair?
You got nice hair,
Yeah,
man.
I've got the middle-aged white guy hair. That's what I got. Let's take a look at the Nutty Professor. And by the way, I saw this afternoon. This is unbelievable. When people see this, it's going to just pack the theaters.
Oh, I'm glad you...
Don't you think so, because of the effect we're talking about?
I think it's very funny, and it's not like anything that I've done before.
Yeah, that's...
I played like 7 people in this movie, and the same guy did my makeup for Coming to America, Rick Baker. He turned me into this 400... Yeah, he turned me into this 400-pound guy, and you see, it's a trick.
All right, let's take a look. Here we go. Eddie Murphy in the Nutty Professor. Watch closely. How do you do that?
Yeah, man.
How do they do that?
Like 5 hours of makeup. Every day we had to go through 5 hours of makeup.
Yeah, but it's more than makeup. It's stuff.
It's
they got
it's like a surgical rubber that they use. It's actually the kind of rubber that they use for people if they have like a colostomy bag or something. They take it, they mold it into like, and they put it on, they glue it on, and yeah.
Questions? I'm sorry I asked for 100, Alex. But you know, the other thing comes to mind when you're doing that, and you say it takes 4 hours to get into makeup every day to make this film. Why don't you just hire a big tubby guy who looks a little like you?
No, because it was fun to just. I like doing, you know, that other character stuff. That's the most fun I have is when I'm doing that kind of stuff.
And the voice goes perfectly with what you see there.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're quite welcome. You know, I myself. I can empathize with this because there was a time in my life when I didn't weigh 165, 170. There was a time in my life when I, too, had kind of a weight problem. Roll the videotape. This is me. Look at that. Oh, my God. What else is going on? Everything good for you?
Everything is good.
The family is good?
Yeah, watching my kids get big and cooling out.
Good for you. Making one big-time movie after another.
Yeah,
When do you finish up shooting here in San Francisco?
July 1st. Then it's back to Jersey.
You're going back and you take the summer off then?
Yeah.
And the Nutty Professor opens again in June
28th.
I hope it's a huge hit for you, Eddie.
Thank you very much.
Good to see you. Thank you very much for coming by. Eddie Murphy.
birthday. We'll be right back with Paul Doherty.
Select an alternate route to New Jersey. There's snowballs on the bridge. Earlier this week, our first guest received the National Film Critics Best Actor Award for his performance in the big blockbuster The Nutty Professor. He has a new film. It opens January 17th. It's entitled Metro. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Eddie Murphy. Eddie. Yes, sirree. Nice going. How you doing?
Happy birthday. Hello, Dave.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
What'd you do New Year's Eve? Anything cool?
Absolutely nothing. My daughter had chicken pox. I had a chicken pot New Year.
That's no good. Have you yourself had the chicken pox?
Yes, I did years ago. I still have a little, you know how you have a little scar?
Yeah?
I had one of those.
So you stayed at home and took care of the kid?
Chicken pot New Year.
Yeah. Well, that's not the way it used to be, though, is it?
Oh, no. We
No,
used to have
you used to go out and do stuff on New Year's, didn't you?
Yeah.
Good for you. Congratulations on the... Well, no, it's a nice thing. You know, I'm trying to be nice about this.
I'm having
Sure.
fun, you know.
Congratulations.
Chicken pot New Year isn't bad.
No. Get to stay home with the family.
Yeah, you know.
Take care of the kids.
Put on the calamine lotion.
Yeah. Tell us about the award for Nutty Professor, the American Film Critics Award. Or
I
National...
am flattered beyond words. That
Good for
the
you. Nice
critics
going.
like one. It's the first time they ever liked one of my movies. Yeah.
This film was like a huge hit, wasn't it?
Yeah,
big hit.
Yeah.
And it, not only a big hit in North America, but all over the world, right?
Yeah, it did well.
Like Japan, it was a big hit?
It did well everywhere. Everybody liked it.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Did you go to Japan for the film?
I went to Japan.
Now, what was that experience like? You're over there, you get the film, and you're like Mr. Big Shot in Japan there.
No, not really, no. It's kind of quiet in Japan.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's quiet. The movie did well, but...
What about when you go to France? Because they are very, very fond of Jerry Lewis, and he was in the original version of The Nutty Professor. And now you're there with a new Nutty Professor. What was that? Was that anything?
Yeah, people would come out and they would say, "It is not Jerry." It is not Jerry. And they would leave.
Yeah, but they liked the film just as well, didn't they?
The movie, I'm really happy with how the movie was received the world over. I think it's because it's visual, you know, all these different makeups and the characters, and it was...
You know, the makeup in that thing is just phenomenal. It's like it goes beyond makeup. There's something else going on. It's not just makeup. What's the deal? How do they do that?
Rick Baker sits me in a chair for 5 hours, and
But that's all you.
I transform into these people, man.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I kind of zone out by myself for a couple hours, and I turn into grandma.
But if you had that makeup on and you came out here, you would look just the way you look in the films, or would it look a little different?
Yeah, absolutely. You can get all the way close up.
Yeah, that's an amazing thing for them to be able to do.
I met Tony Randall backstage.
He's nice, isn't he?
Oh, for so many years I've been wanting to meet Tony Randall.
Very nice
Tony
man.
Randall. Yeah, man.
Nice guy. He's expecting a baby.
Yeah, he's 71.
His first baby. That's right.
Tony! He was cool. Tony had his little hat on. He was cooling out.
Ready for business.
Yeah, man.
When you look at these scripts, and I probably asked you this before. See, I don't make movies. I was
Actually,
in
I said
Cabin,
Cabin
Boy.
Boy.
Thank you very much. Well, so when you're looking at a script, and you must get like a dozen a week or whatever, you get 9 a week, 1 a week, I don't know, you get a lot of scripts. How do you, when you're reading the script, how do you know that this movie is going to be something that is good for you and you will be good for the movie? Because, you know, how do you really know when you're looking at it?
You don't know till the movie comes out.
Well, that's a very scary thing to be doing.
Yeah, well. But I don't know. I can look at a script and tell if I would have fun doing it.
Right.
You know? But lots of times the script, you wind up shooting something entirely different from what the script was, you know, but the movie takes on its own life, you know. So you don't know until after the movie is
Have
finished.
you ever been in a movie when, you're like 2 months into it, all of a sudden it's not so much fun anymore, and you get scared? You think, oh my God, what have I done here?
Oh, yeah. But 3 weeks in, when you're like, oh, you know it. You can feel like leaving on a sinking boat.
Oh, yeah. Many, many nights. Feel that here. You know, Eddie, the last time we saw you, you were nice enough to come see us up in San Francisco. I'm telling you, what a great place that is, huh?
Yeah, man. We shot Metro. The last movie
That's
I
right.
did was in
And when we were there that week, there was a great deal of controversy about you. But the one I'm talking about was you had shut down the city and nobody could drive anywhere in San Francisco.
Oh, yeah, because we shot this big sequence on where it was
and you would periodically have to apologize to the city of San Francisco. I'm sorry, you can't leave your homes. We're making a movie.
Did they really do that? I didn't have to do that. I wasn't.
Oh, yeah, maybe it's something I made up.
Yeah, I didn't know. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't bad.
I haven't been feeling that well lately.
Oh, incidentally.
Yeah.
The funniest moment this season is when you spray. Did Richard Simmons know you were going to spray him with that thing?
Does he have a clue about anything?
God. That was the funniest. I let 2 drops of pee came out. I laughed.
You know, do you know Richard Simmons? You spent any time with Richard Simmons?
I talked to him on the telephone once. Never hung out with him.
He's well, I've not hung out with him myself.
No, yeah, I can see y'all close. He be coming and throwing his legs back at you and all that stuff.
He's really, really good. He knows exactly what's going on, but a lot of people think I'm really beating up on the guy. But he knows.
No.
He's
no,
so
I
good
totally
at that.
get it, and it's totally
No,
so
he's
funny.
great.
When you brought the Barbra Streisand doll out,
Oh, yeah.
and the takes that he does, where he's like looking shattered. And when he got in the horse buggy and rode off down the street.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
2 drops of pee comes.
Let's,
He has a 2-drop pee guarantee.
all right, Eddie. So let's talk about the film that you were making in San Francisco, Metro, and you're a cop, and what else?
I'm a hostage negotiator.
Right.
In
Now, is this different from like the Beverly Hills cop
Very
movies?
much so, because there's no wisecracking in it. You know, you can't.
Oh, it's not a comedy?
Well, it has comedy in it, but it's comedy that's in keeping with what would happen in the real world. It's not like this character's not like a. Axel Foley's like a bigger-than-life character, and they talking fast and characters and stuff. This guy's like a real person, you know. So. So
the comedy comes out of the script, the drama, the situation.
Yeah, exactly. You
More
can't
than-
You can't be saving people doing wisecracks. People get killed. You know.
And the film opens the 17th. Now,
17th
when
of
you have a
January.
huge hit like The Nutty Professor, does that make you worried that, will the next one be as big as The Nutty Professor?
I don't make movies. I don't go into a movie thinking big. I go into a movie thinking.
Interesting story, let's make a
interesting
movie.
story, and becoming and stretching as an actor and
Right.
doing something. And it was important for me to do something on the other side of the planet, so far away from Nutty Professor.
Yeah.
After I did Nutty Professor, I wanted to do something really hard and really gritty and tone and streety. And
You know
that's what
who
this
else?
movie
And I
is.
know nothing about movies, except I know this one thing about somebody who has that very same philosophy, who had that very same philosophy. That was Alfred Hitchcock's philosophy about making movies.
You know,
he didn't care if they were hits.
You know,
He just said, something interesting, I'll make it.
I feel a kinship to Alfred Hitchcock. But I never discussed it on television before. Many times I would watch Alfred Hitchcock and I say, I am Alfred Hitchcock. And he would say, good evening. I would say, good evening. I am.
He talked right back to him.
Hello, me.
Let's take a look at the clip here. It's Metro. Who else is in the film?
Oh, I'm surrounded around with wonderful actors in this picture. Got Michael Wincott, Michael Rappaport, and Art Evans, and I think the woman in this clip is a new girl from England named Carmen Ejogo. She plays my girlfriend in the movie.
Do you need to tell people what the clip is, or we just go to it?
Yeah, y'all are showing a little light clip. This is like, you know, me after something. This is after work, I'm talking to my girlfriend. I took my girlfriend out because I had a real rough day at
All right,
work.
here we go. Soon to be released Metro, Eddie Murphy. Take a look. Naked in Tahiti. Eddie, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Good to see you. Happy New Year. My best to your family.
Thank you. And thanks for that jacket.
Oh, you like that?
Yeah,
That's a nice item.
Why did you get the Late Show thing on the front? It just says worldwide.
Maybe next year. Let me back.
Yeah, man.
Dwight Yoakam. This is something pretty good. You folks are here on a good night. I know it'd be hard to prove so far.
Well,
Our first guest is Academy Award nominated actor whose films have made an astonishing $6 billion. He stars as the voice of Donkey in the new animated film Shrek Forever After. It opens May 21st. Eddie Murphy, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie. How you doing?
I'm good.
You know, a couple of years ago, I saw that film, Dreamgirls. And this is the film for which you were nominated for an Academy Award. I thought you were tremendous.
Thank you.
I thought that was...
Thank you,
We went to see the movie, and then you come on, and then it was like, oh my God, he's stealing the movie. And of course, except for, you know, Jennifer Hudson.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah. But I mean, But I mean, I thought there we saw the real Eddie Murphy. I mean,
The real me.
Yeah, you can act, you can sing, you're getting it done, my friend.
That was a fun movie. I got to do a lot of different stuff, but that wasn't me. That's not the real me.
That's not the real
I've
you?
never been the real me ever on screen.
Well, what is the real you, for God's sakes?
I'm nothing like any of the people in the...
Really? But now, I've known you since you were a kid. You started like 30 years ago, right?
I started at 18, 19 on Saturday Night Live, so...
That's right.
Yeah, it's been 30
So, 30 years. Now, was that the real you?
That was the real me.
Yeah. And how did you get into comedy? I'm sure we've had this conversation before, but it's been such a long time since I've seen you.
I was always a kid that did voices and was funny and stuff. And remember when the Gong Show was out?
Yep.
Okay, with the Gong Show, all the bars started having Gong Show nights. So I went up to one of these Gong Show nights. That's where I kind of got started.
As a kid, and you said they put you on stage. What did you do when you were on stage?
I did all of Richard Pryor's material.
Well, you can't go wrong there.
And but I would say it was a tribute. It's a tribute to Richard.
And how did that go over?
It
I
would
would guess.
go over great.
Yeah, pretty good.
I would do his voice and everything, and I was like a 15-year-old on stage, you know, doing a spot-on Richard impression.
Right.
It was kind of surreal.
And how did you go from doing that sort of stuff to getting a network variety comedy show?
I went to the audition on Saturday Night Live, and we got the new cast. They had like a cattle call, and I just went in there and auditioned.
Who else was in that group?
Everyone. Remember there was a play where a guy was singing, "Give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball, yeah." Remember back in the 70s? That guy was there at the thing. Everybody was there.
That guy. Well, how's he doing now? Have you heard from him? But now you have, how old are your kids? Like, are your kids going into show business?
I have 8 kids, and my kids range. Yes, I have 8 kids. I do.
Eddie.
I do.
8 kids?
I do.
Well, now I know why you haven't been here in 13 years.
Right. And they go from age 3 to 21, 20.
Oh, Eddie.
I'm the...
Are you all right?
Yeah. He's a very, very fertile man.
I guess.
Very, very dense sperm.
Okay. That's too much. Now, so, do they want to go into show business, any of these kids?
Some of them, you know, but you never know with the kids. For a little while, they be into something, they're on to something else.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you have the energy to be out there mixing it up with the kids?
Oh, yeah. I don't do too much stuff. My son's, like, the last time I tried to play ball with one of my sons, he almost killed me.
Really?
My son, Miles, yeah.
You ever get so tired that you taste liver in your mouth? You taste liver. I'd never had that. You could actually taste liver in your mouth.
Oh, no, I've never not experienced that. And that was just playing basketball.
Just playing basketball.
Whoa, man. And they know, of course, the younger kids, they have not always known that you're an actor and a comedian.
Oh, yeah, but they haven't seen everything, but, you know, they've known that I've been in this business.
How many films have you made now?
Almost 40 pictures, maybe.
Oh, my God. And do you You take them, you can take, like you said, they haven't seen all of them, but you
haven't seen all of them.
You ever taken to like a screening, a movie that's going to open up and just let
them... if I have a movie that I know is, you know, like for the kids, and I'll take my sons or my kids to see, you know, the reaction, and they're very brutally honest. I had a movie once, a movie called Pluto Nash, and I took my son because it was spaceships and stuff. I was like, yeah, you're going to see robots, and he was sitting there watching Miles. He was probably like, you know, 10. 9, he's sitting there watching. At the end of the movie, after all the explosions and it settles down, you hear his little voice go, "Corny," and I was like, "Oh my God."
Oh, Miles. Yeah. Oh, goodness.
And the director was sitting back there, said, "Miles, no, no, no." And my lawyer leans over and goes, "You know, he's right. It is kind
of." Oh boy. Well, that keeps you on your toes and keeps you active, certainly, doesn't it?
Well, I know I could get an honest, you know, critique from my kids. They don't. They're actually really indifferent to my movies. They don't really watch a lot of my stuff, but the stuff that they do watch, they'll be really honest about it.
Now, what I've noticed with, I only have the one child. So, yeah, it's, I've been using a thinner.
A thinner.
But from very early on, my objective every day is to make him laugh some way, and I don't care how it is, what it is. That's all I'm driven to do. Do you still have that dynamic with your kids?
I find that my kids make me laugh so much. How old is your son?
6.
Yeah, see, my kid, the older they get, they make you laugh more and more. My kids make me laugh so much.
Yep. Yeah. Good deal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy is here. We'll be right back, everybody. Eddie Murphy, ladies and gentlemen. Do you like... You've been at it for a long time, and you met a lot of people. You met everybody. But do you like hanging around with show business people? Do you like famous
every
people?
Now and you get to meet somebody really. Like the last week, Sly Stone from Sly and the Family Stone was at my house twice last week.
Really?
Sly Stone and George Clinton in my house. It's surreal.
Well, now, had you known them from somewhere before?
No, I'd never met them. I know a singer named Val Young who sings with Sly, and she introduced me to Sly. And I love getting to meet people like that. You know.
Is he still making music?
Yeah, he's still making music and stuff. Yeah. Back on Saturday Night Live, I used to get to meet really cool people that you would never. I got to meet people like I got to hang out with like the Johnny Cash. You know.
Wow.
At the Johnny, Eddie, you gonna come to the after party tonight, Eddie? June and I sure do love you. Actually, hey, yeah. It's good. Johnny Cash and it's just a lot of cool old people in the old days. I met Jerry Lewis and I met Yul Brynner.
Really? Had he been on? He wasn't
no,
on the show.
No, I met him at Studio 54 when I was like 19.
Yul Brynner's at Studio 54.
Yeah, and he was having a party afterwards. Eddie, would you like to come to my house to party? It's surreal.
And
it's surreal 3 times.
Did you go to the party?
No, I didn't. He was like 6. I was like 19. I was like, I ain't going to an old man's party. That's
yeah. And you're, I just turned 63, and you're about to turn 50.
I just turned 49. I'll be 50 next year.
Oh, so you got a ways to go.
Yeah. It's creeping up, though.
Yeah, but you know, you still look like a kid to me. Has your life changed because of your age or not?
Oh, it's changed drastically.
Really?
Because of my age, yeah. Yeah, a lot of things is different, especially like being single this age now. Because when I used to go out in the old days, you know, I was the cool dude in the club with my glasses on in the corner. And And you can't do that when you're 49, you got your glasses on in the corner, you look kind of creepy. It's like... A lot's changed.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's kind of what I'm going for, you know.
You're going for creepy?
Yeah, I'm going for creepy. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. But the kids have, I mean, you don't really go to discos and sit around.
I haven't been to the discotheque in quite a while. But occasionally, you know, a group of people will go out to the club. You go out to the club together and you have fun. The last time I went to the discotheque, a girl called me Mr. Murphy. She was trying to get past. She was like, "Excuse me, Mr. Murphy." You know, but, you know, it's time to go home.
I mean, it's nice that you have attained that position of respect. On the other hand, it is time to go home.
It's time to go home.
It's time to go home. This Shrek movie. Now, this thing is a license to print money, isn't it? It's made huge.
Yeah, Shrek has been successful
Big,
the world
big
over,
deal.
and everybody loved it.
And you are the voice of Donkey.
Donkey.
Donkey in the movie. What can you tell us about your character?
He's a jackass.
Oh, I see. All right. We're going to take a look at a clip here. The film opens May 21st. This will be the first of the big summer blockbusters, I would guess.
Yeah.
Do we need any explanation for the clip, Eddie?
I think the donkey's going to see some waffles in the woods that are suspicious, and Shrek is trying to make him not eat the waffles, but the donkey can't resist.
Okay, suspicious
Some
waffles.
It's a suspicious waffles.
All right.
Scene.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Shrek Forever After opens May 21st. Eddie Murphy, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie, great pleasure to have you here. Thank you very much. Hope you come back again. We'll be right back with Kaylee Cuoco, everybody. He is an Academy Award-nominated actor, a very funny man, and he's in a brand new motion picture entitled Tower Heist. It opens November 4th. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Eddie Murphy. Eddie, come on out. Yeah.
Yeah. Party all the time. Party all the time. Hello, 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 hello.
I want to show something there. This is from 1983.
Uh-oh.
No,
Hey,
no.
come on, man.
No, we're good. Look at this.
Come on.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah. I remember that guy.
Yeah.
I remember him.
How many of those leather outfits do you have?
I had a bunch of them,
Yeah.
all different types, but not anymore.
Where are they now?
Some of them are in storage, and that one's been ripped apart. Keenan Ivory Wayans ripped that apart one night on a dare. We went out to the club. I dared him to wear that out to the club, and he ripped it out up in the club one night.
Now, do you you're doing a stand-up special for HBO. You haven't done stand-up in a long time now, have you?
No, not since I was 27.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Will you do it again?
Yeah, maybe one day.
It's
We'll see. You don't do stand-up anymore, do you?
I never really did it.
You used to do
I
stand-up.
tried it, but I think it's so much work.
That's
it's a
the
lot of
deterrent.
work.
That's why I haven't been back and done it yet, because you have to go to the club and hang out at the clubs for
That's
a year
right.
and a half.
You got to write, and it's not easy. Well, for some people, I think it comes pretty easily. For me, it never came easily. Was it easy for you to accumulate material?
Yeah, and you know, the same stuff that would happen that would wind up being on stage still happens. I still, get an idea, but just don't go to the club and try it out. I
Right.
still say funny stuff around the house.
The checks are smaller when you say it around the house than when you go out on the road.
A little bit.
Yeah. I don't know if you told this story one time when you were on the old show at NBC. It's a tremendous story. It was your first season at Saturday Night Live, and you I guess on the way home or during that period of time, you saw something on a car that you liked in a parking lot or something. You know?
No. So I stole some hubcaps.
Yeah, that's it. That's, yeah.
But it's not like what happened was I used to have to take the train into the city. When my first year at SNL, I would take the Long Island Railroad into the city, and when I came, and I would park in Freeport. Right. And I had a car with nice hubcaps on. I came back one night, and my hubcaps were gone, you know, and I took somebody else's hubcap. But I was on TV already, and I was still popping hubcaps.
So I didn't realize that your hubcaps had been stolen.
Yeah, somebody stole
then,
mine.
of course. Well, now it makes...
I had only been on television for a few months, so technically I still had, you know, 1 foot in the world where you would steal a hubcap.
Yeah. Now, tell us about your role in that world. What else did you do when you were of a mind to swipe hubcaps?
What else did I steal?
Yeah, well, yeah, before you're a TV star.
What else would I? You know what else I would steal? Sunglasses. You know those glasses when you go to the store, that round thing you can spin.
Yeah,
You have all those horrible cheap glasses.
Yeah.
I would steal those for years. For years I stole those. For years.
Really?
For years. For years I would steal those. No one is watching that display. You could take as many as you want.
I think, as it turns out, they were free. I think they were complimentary. Thanks for shopping. Have some sunglasses. But you couldn't do that kind of thing today. I mean, the security is completely different. And it'd give you
some sunglasses?
Yeah,
I wouldn't take the chance now.
Eddie Murphy caught stealing sunglasses. That's just ugly. And then at some point you gave up a life of crime, obviously.
Yes. Yeah. I stopped stealing the glasses and the hubcaps, and I'm on the straight and narrow since then.
Yeah, but who was in the original cast with you at the time when you were stealing stuff?
Me, Joe Piscopo,
right.
Gilbert Gottfried, Ann Risley, Gail Mathias, Charlie Rocket, the late Charlie Rocket, Denny Dillon, and I think that's it.
Do you stay in touch with any of these people? You cross paths with them ever?
Every now and then you'll see somebody at some function, you'll see, but I don't really hang out with anyone.
Yeah. There's a scene in this movie that's sort of reminiscent of you stealing sunglasses.
Where?
In the when you say to the guys, if you're really in this, you got to prove to me that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So you
I send them on a little crime test to see if they can, you know.
Had you ever worked with Ben Stiller before?
Never, but I wanted to. I'm a fan of his. I think he's really funny.
Yeah, and also in the Broderick Crawford. I know that's not his name. Matthew Broderick. Yeah, I can't. I'm sorry. It's me. It's just me. I don't know. Everything's gone now.
Matthew Broderick is in it. And Taya Leone and Alan Alda.
Oh, Taya Leone is great in the film.
Alan Alda.
Yep.
And Michael Pena and Casey Affleck.
Now, this thing was shot at the Trump International Hotel thing over there. Is that where it is, more or less?
Well, no, it's not in the Trump International.
This thing over here, the International Hotel.
Did we shoot it in that hotel?
Yeah.
I don't think we shot it in his hotel, did we? Were we in Trump's hotel? I just knew we were in a big building. I didn't know whose building we were in.
Yeah.
Was it?
I was told that Donald Trump, whether it was his building or not, was always hanging around. I guess it doesn't need to be his building for him to be hanging around.
Well, he's always welcome. Always welcome.
Yeah, but you don't remember him being over there?
No.
Would it kill you to play along and make something up? Yeah, he was always over there. Whenever the catering truck would arrive. We'll be right back with Eddie Murphy, everybody. Yeah, buddy. You're hosting the Academy Awards next year.
I am hosting the Academy
Look, why?
Why?
Yeah,
why?
Why? Yeah. How did that come around?
I haven't done it. I want to do some things that I haven't done. You know, I want to try something I haven't.
It ain't all it's cracked up to be.
It isn't? Well, we'll see. I'm not dreading it. I'm kind of looking forward to it.
Oh, well, that's the approach. You got to look forward to it. Yeah. Do you have anything planned? Anything? No singing and dancing. Oh no, you could sing and dance.
No, but I'm not gonna do any singing and dancing. That was the one thing when we first talked about it, the first thing that came out of my mouth is, I'm not doing those crazy dance numbers. We're at the Oscars tonight.
That's exactly what you're going to be doing.
You're at the Academy Awards.
You were tremendous in that in the Dreamgirls movie. Just tremendous in
it. Yeah, thank you.
You should do that.
I should come out and do a big Dreamgirls.
You should do
number.
that and come out and just kill them. Just drop them dead.
Just come out, do a split.
Just frighten them. Yeah. Get them all worked up. Your movies have made $7 billion. Holy
Lord
crap.
have mercy.
Wow, man. Let's run down some of them. 48 Hours.
Yeah.
1982. How old were you in 1982?
21.
21 years old. And you're in this movie with Nick Nolte, and it's an enormous film. Yeah. An enormous film. 1983, Trading Places. Somebody told me that later you put John Landis, the director, in a headlock. Is that true? You choked him out?
Oh, we had a little scrap on the set of Coming to America, but that was years ago.
Right.
And now we love each other tremendously.
How long was he out?
I don't know. I don't know if he ever lost consciousness. I mean, like completely. He's just slightly dizzy.
He was dizzy.
Yeah, I just wanted to make him dizzy, but not all the way out. You know?
Okay. Harlem Nights. Oh, man. Harlem Nights, Richard Pryor, Red Fox.
Yeah.
Whoa, man. Did you and Richard get to be friends, close friends, or guys who just knew each other?
Not really, because he's like my idol, so it was kind of like I was always like this about Richard.
Yeah.
You know? And he was older than I was, so it was always, that was the relationship. He would be there, and I'd be like that.
When you were a kid, he was the guy, though?
Absolutely, it's stand-up comedy, but there's so many people that I liked growing up. But stand-up comedy, he's the one that, remember that album, That Nigga's Crazy, came out. That's when I first heard stand-up and was like, wow, I want to do what this guy is doing when I first heard that album.
And what about Red Fox? What was your relationship like with him?
Oh, I just thought he was really funny, and I was a fan of the Sanford and Son show. Yeah. He was like an old uncle. He'd be sitting in the room telling you old stories. He would really sit around the room funny, Red Fox.
Yeah, he was. I didn't know him well, but in addition to what he did on stage, he was just a funny human being.
Just funny, just naturally funny, one of those guys.
1990, another 48 Hours, Nick Nolte Jr. No, that
Nick Nolte Jr.
Oh, buddy, 1992, Boomerang, Halle Berry, come on. Yeah. And Chris Rock. Yeah. Beverly Hills Cop 3. That's where...
No. Wasn't a very good Beverly Hills Cop.
I think that's the one where John Landis got dizzy.
No.
He had some dizzy spells.
We reconciled on that movie. That was after that movie, after the Coming to America movie. Then we reconciled on the set of Beverly Hills Cop.
The Nutty Professor.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I've come to love, and I hope I express this properly. My son started watching the Shrek movies. And thank you. Thank you very much. And I'll be honest with you. I thought, oh, geez, Shrek. But I started watching it, and Donkey is tremendous.
Oh, you hadn't watched it?
Just tremendous. No.
That's funny.
He loves it. I love it. We've seen all, 9 of them. How many have there been? Donkey is our favorite.
Oh, thank you. Mine, too.
You be doing any more of those kind of movies?
No, I haven't. Well, actually, I don't know if I'll be doing other animation, but I'm not doing any more Shrek movies. They've stopped the Shrek franchise. It's been stopped. Oh, come on now. You have so many Shreks to look at now. Like, we have like 4 or 5 Shreks, and you've got enough Shrek to last you for a while.
Yeah, in many countries, there are no Shreks at all. Here in this country, we're lucky we have an abundance.
Exactly.
Now, this movie, what a tremendous idea for a film, and what a great cast.
Absolutely.
And the movie's entertaining, and then you come in, and it really gets entertaining. So let's take a look at a clip here. It's called Tower Heist. What are we going to see?
What are we going to see? I don't know.
Oh, for God's sakes. Do I have to do everything?
We're going to see a clip. We're going to see a clip from the movie where we're terribly funny in the clip.
Eddie, you're not even trying. If you keep this up, you're going to end up stealing hubcaps. Okay, Tower Heist. Let's take a look. Yeah. Eddie Murphy, ladies and gentlemen, the Tower Heist, November 4th. Good to see you again.
Always
Come back every now and then. Thank you very much. We'll be right back, everybody.